behind? What's up, guys? How's the quality looking? This is my first stream, so I'm not too sure how the whole quality thing. Okay, there's everyone. Alrighty. Oh, okay, the bot tagged you, and then I tagged you again. Epic. 10 out of 10 quality. Okay, so it's not that bad. Okay, go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chill with the spam, guys. Chill with the spam. I can't keep up with the chat. Yeah, chill with the spam. Appreciate it, though. Alrighty, well, so, hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel, I guess. I don't know. I'm not good with the whole stream thing. This is my first live stream ever. Mostly just messing around today to kind of make sure I have the whole stream thing working out and whatnot. So, okay, you know what? We need to get some moderators in here. Add a moderator. There we go. Okay. MJ, you're a mod now. Awesome. Well, gosh, it's hard to keep up with the chat. Finally, yeah, I know. Finally, I am live streaming. I figured out how to get this to work. So just let me know if there's any like really nasty quality spikes here and there or something. I am on my press account. If you're wondering why, it's HisRoyalFatness _live. This is my account specifically for live streaming that I'm going to use. Alrighty, well, let's hop into some gameplay. Ping looks good, so I'll try and keep up with the chat while I can. This is gonna be weird. This is gonna be a whole new field for me, looking at a chat while playing the game and commentating. Excellent. Yeah, this is not good. I'm by myself over here. And the 50B is going to YOLO in. Just going to act like I'm pulling out for the moment. Should be able to get a crossfire on him from here in the mid. And just like that, I'm behind you. Oh no, he didn't clip out. I'm still going to take 2 shots here. Nice. So there's an IS-8 down there. What do they have down the mid? That's a Conway. Oh no, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, that definitely wasn't the plan. I think the STB's AFK. Okay. Oh nope. This is not it, Chief. This is not it. I have over-aggressed over here. Wow, we have 100+ viewers. Epic. I was not expecting that. And we go down here. RIP. Okay. Guys, please chill in the spam because I can't keep up with the endless comments. So just do not spam too much. How do you even play? Rip. Yeah, rip. I got wrecked. I got wrecked there. Oh, Fawn, you're here. Okay, 1 second. Let's just do something real quick. We need more moderators. Feel free just to delete any excessive spam that you see, mods, because gotta keep the stream clean. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with the chat, but I'll do my best. It's a whole new thing for me. All right. So, what tanks do you guys want to see? I'm just messing around today, and I have pretty much every tank on this account. So start requesting tanks right now. Okay, I'm waiting. Sent 7 Mark 1. Badger. You know, I have the Badger. You want to see me play the Badger? This is gonna be making me suffer. Oh gosh, here come all the tank requests. C2 and 50, Badger 113, E100, T69, E4, 183. Well, I'm gonna start with the Badger because that was the first interesting request I saw. Hopefully it goes well. Oh, Zeta, you're here. Okay, good. I need to make you a mod as well. Alright, you are now moderator. Let's see you play Type 61. Could do Type 61. You know what? I gotta turn sim control mode off because it's gonna take me too long to get games with it on. Oh, what's up, Tempest? Yes, Zeta. Be a monkey moderator. Fosh 155. I know, I am live. And for future streams, I am going to have them kind of like a theme based. So maybe I'll do a stream where I'm featuring all of the Soviet medium tanks. So like T-22, 62A 140, and I'll play all of those vehicles. Just so players can drop by and they can see, you know, if they don't have one of the tanks and something. I want the streams to still be somewhat constructive when possible. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the future. Today is just an experiment to see how things are going. And hopefully I don't get myself killed too often by reading chat while driving, which is not a good idea, by the way. Never look at a computer while driving. Nice Badger. I know, it's epic. Look at it. You know what the sad part about press accounts is? I don't have my favorite camouflage, and it's very depressing. Because I have to use whatever generic camouflages I can buy with gold. But it's okay. It's okay. Because at least I get to play the Badger. I don't have this on my account. And my controls are a little weird on this account as well. Yeah, a grill of 183. I am not overcommitting to that. We're just gonna chill out for a moment. What do you think they are? Okay, there's the 183. I think the 62A. Oh, hello, Fosh. We're gonna put a shot into you. You've already bounced 1,000 damage. Epic. They're all just shooting HE. This is epic. Oh wait, hello. 520. See, this thing's not so bad. I think it gets a lot of unnecessary hate for what it is, and we're about to get yoinked by a 183. This is not going to feel good. Oh, he only hit me for 117. Could be worse. 540. We're just chatting out here, man. This is what the Badger does. You just chat. You just farm people up. You get hauled down. This is not so bad. This is not so bad. Hello, T62A. Yes, please push into me and shoot my tracks. And I'm just gonna Badger. This is the Badger life, everyone. So anyone who wanted a video on how to play the Badger, now you see. You just sit in front of the enemy team and shoot. And ow, don't get shot back if possible. That's definitely not the play. Play the gorilla. I can play the gorilla as well. Gosh, there's so many tanks. Okay, I'm just kind of stuck here. The IS-4 is taking caves without bleeding at all. I have to give him credit for that. There's a chieftain. Ooh, okay, gun. Alright, we're still kind of big braining over here. Team isn't looking so hot, so I think what I need to do is readjust my attention towards this IS-4 who's having an absolute field day in the caves. So I'm going to start pressuring him. He's by himself pretty much. I'm a two-shot, so I have to be really careful not to get penned by him. So I'm going to try and angle up my tracks here. Not quite able to hit the shot in, and I need to stay away from that moisture. You can see he's flanking behind me, and this is probably where I'm going to die. Oh, we managed to eat the heat shell. And here's where the no, we still did. We still blocked 3,600 damage, dealt 4.6. I think pushing in there was definitely a mistake. But for the most part, I think our team's got the clutch. Our team's got it. Alright, time to catch up on chat. A rare fatness stream. Wow. Yeah, it's actually the first fatness stream, so it is of the utmost rarity. Oh yeah, where's CJ? We need to make CJ a mod. CJ is a mod on every stream. Is he here? Let me see. Aha, he is. CJ, I am going to make you a mod. Oh, respond. Oh wow, we have 200 viewers. Let's go. Okay, I said, what was I going to take next? I completely forgot. Let me just scroll up until I find something interesting. You know, let's play the grill. It's been a while. I've not played the grill, and actually, I take that back. We're gonna play the 30B. Look at this. Look at this beautiful camouflage here. We have the all pinked out AMX 30B. This is a tank I have been really hoping to make a review on soon. I just have so many tanks to cover, and I'm trying to do the texture tanks first, right? The vehicles that most people will play. But once I'm done with most of the texture tanks I think people really will struggle with, I will move on to making like how to plays on things like the 30B. And speaking of 30B, this is a really good map for us. We're on Canyon. Just gonna rock down in the mid. The enemy team have some pretty solid vehicles. Not too worried about it. Hello there. But yeah, eventually I will start. Oh yeah, Type 61, I gotta do that. Okay, yeah, thanks for the reminder. Eventually I will start covering more of the premium vehicles, and so T22, AMX 30B, TI5E6, good shot. That's the one issue of this tank, is the hatch. The oh so very annoying hatch. Ah yes, okay, now for this mod. Perfect, we got our mod squad here. And, okay, that was a really bad poke. Okay, they have a lot of tanks on the right. I'm just going to pull down towards the lower half, because they're going to send tanks to the mid there and just kind of push us. So the plan right now is to go where the Sheridan is. I think it's the safest spot for me to be, and it's probably the area where I'll have the best potential farm momentarily. So we're going to push on to the K91. Looks like the Kron is getting a little bit aggressive down low. Only issue is I don't think the 183's been spotted yet, so we got to watch out for that. Theoretically, though, I should be able to get some farm up here through the mid. And push on to the 100. Looks like the Kron has just clipped out, so I should be fine to start putting some damage into him. They're going to push shot right into that Kron. And yes, I know this is probably not the most ideal angle to have your armor profile, but it's okay. They're not going to push on me, and my whole team's here. Hopefully my team pushes, actually. I'm going to keep spotting up the mid. I think that's going to be most beneficial for my team in the long run. But I definitely don't want to overpoke here because 900 HP is not a whole lot anymore. And I don't have shots through the mid. Clearly they have tanks on C. We'll have to watch out for that. And we might be able to sneak a shot into the side of this Kron. Poor aim on my part. The Kron should go down pretty quickly. I mean, he's just backing up through the middle here. Might take a shot from him. We do manage to bounce a shot from the Kron. Gonna push onto him and pull back. And I just realized I've been doing a very much commentary. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure how to do live streams. Someone help me. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait. I gotta catch you while I can. CJ. You're a mod now. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna continue farming up the mid here. And push on to the K91. Team's doing a pretty good job. We're just chilling and farming up the mid. The 183 has just fired. I heard his gun shoot a moment ago. So I know I am temporarily safe from the 183. And so while I am safe, I'm going to take that advantage to push up and hopefully pick up a kill on towards this K91, who has the most one shot left in his clip. We're going to pick up a kill on him. Not bad. Unfortunately, our Sheridan is kind of hardcore YOLOing here, and that is really unfortunate for us because we needed to have that view range in the game and everything. But for now, I'm going to see if I can try and at least kind of cap out B, if that is at all possible. If not, we're going to put a shot in towards the E50M's turret. Very nice. Thank you, Sheridan. Good playing with you as well. Looks like... Yeah, okay, so the 183, I don't think he's going to have shots on me. My goal is to try and farm with this E100, because he's going to push into the open here. Ah, yes, penetration for the win. So E100 has just fired his gun. The 183 is probably still peeking over the mid, and it is now a 1 versus 4. And the enemy team have, well, to say the least, a lot more HP than me. So this is going to be... difficult win, I think, in the best of situations. Going to push on to AMX-30. Now, what I'm going to do here is pull all the way across, and that's just to try and avoid vehicles like this E50M, who's YOLOing in. We're going to put a heat round into him, and then continue pushing around. Now, the reason I'm pushing around isn't because I'm necessarily scared of the AMX, it's because I wanted to get some distance between me and that E100, who is very obviously pushing in. So, take a shot there. Unfortunately, the E100 actually got the jump on me there, and we're going to ram kill ourselves. There wasn't really a way I could win that, not on 700 cap points, but we did our best. We did our best. I think we'll play another one in the MX-30B. Got to get a win. 4.6k. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, I'm gonna rechat now. Oof, 261 viewers. Let's go. 108 likes. Wow. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. That's a really strong ratio right there. Not bad. Not bad. So, for those of you who are interested in particular streams in the future, when I am done streaming this, go ahead and leave a comment down below in the comment section, because I will upload this afterwards so people can watch back. And tell me what type of streams you want to see in the future, because this is kind of a surprise, right? I didn't say I was going to be doing streams at all or anything. I just kind of came out today and decided to do it. So... let me know down what type of content you guys would really be interested in for streams. Just general gameplay, particular guides in certain vehicles, perhaps while playing live in a kind of a live streaming environment. There's a lot of opportunities for me to make interesting content now. And my plan is to try and stream, you know, on Thursdays, maybe every other week, or more often if I can. I'm not going to overcommit because my channel is still first and most like intentionally made for guides and stuff like that. But what I can do for sure is start putting some streams in here and there. So definitely leave me some comments down below with some ideas of future streams that I can start doing. All right, so where are we? Back to the AMX-30B. This tank has as a poo-poo DPM. I think, yeah, everyone knows that, but it does make it difficult because it doesn't have the best penetration. What I'm going to do here is just commit to this T92 because it's obvious the enemy team haven't overcommitted forces over here. Now you'll see I pushed up towards the rock all the way, and that was just to guarantee that vehicles like TDs in the corner wouldn't be able to get shots onto me, or the 50B on the left. Now I actually should have a good angle to start dealing with this 50B, who is kind of stuck in the open, so we're going to start putting shots into him. We know what the 4005 is, and I wouldn't be surprised if the entirety of the enemy's team is actually just sitting in spawn, because no one's been spotted and no one's been on the C cap. So I think they're all just sitting in spawn. Personally, I think their team is just having a nice little camp fest right now. So AMX 50B, Centurion 7 Mark 7. We're going to put a shot there blind just in case. 50B is YOLOing down through the mid. He is now no longer of existence, and we might be able to put a shot in towards the 4005. Alright, so we know the Chieftain is over at C-cap. These two TDs are by themselves. 4005 is on a full clip, I think, so I'm just going to make a very aggressive push here, and my goal is to get towards the Cent. And this way I can get hull down over here and pick up a quick kill on the Centurion. Oh my gosh, I've been shooting Keith this entire time. And now I can just start working down these TDs because the enemy team, well, they don't really stand a chance. And there's the Ho-Ri. We're going to push onto him. Continue pressuring up forward here. Chieftain is coming in behind us, but I should be hold on. Should be good here. So when it comes to 30B, I mean, it's just a chill tank. You just go hold on. I think really that's the point of it. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's much better. I think the M60, to be honest, is probably a better tank, but there's something really nice just about the top speed this vehicle has. I really enjoy this aspect of the tank, so we're going to load up the heat shells, put one right through the Ho-Ri. We've already done 4.6k damage. Just gonna casually, hopefully, pick up the final kill here. Not bad. Not bad. Alrighty, so I did promise someone I would do a Type 61 I'd play the Type 61, and oh my gosh, I have just realized that I accidentally closed my iPad screen. Oopsie. Alright, well, we aced the MX-30B, 4,700 damage, not bad. Okay, so let's go find the Type 61. Now, I need to equip this tank. I must apologize. I don't know. Sure, I guess this camouflage works. Nothing looks like the camo on my account, man. All right, and we're going to just equip this real quickly. Let me know, is the music too loud? I just wanted something chill and in the background, but I don't want it to be like obnoxiously loud. So just let me know right now if the music's all chill. And I know everyone just saw my password to my iPad. Yikes. 330 heat. I don't know. Okay, let's just go. Nah, music's fine. Good. Okay, thank you. We're almost at 300 viewers, guys. This is epic. I would say it's a pretty successful first stream ever. It's a little loud. Okay, I can adjust that after. Don't worry about it. Or you know what? I can do that right now. I'll just turn the master volume down just a little bit. I don't want the music to be too loud, but if it works with you guys, then we're good. Okay. Let us donate to you. I'll have to turn those on sometime. I don't know if my channel has enough subscribers. It might. I'll have to figure that out. I'm a complete novice when it comes to live streams, so I don't know if I have the right settings up for YouTube. Alrighty. Well, the enemy team has not come down this way. I'm being very aggressive in my Type 61 down the mid. I was not even paying attention to what I was doing. It's just kind of a habit. I'm just going to push up past A. It's a good area to get early spots in, and then from there, I can just push into the enemy spawn. I'm sure they'll have a Yag Tiger and maybe some mediums back here. You can see there's a Tiger too. Gonna push onto him. If there's one thing I absolutely love about the Type 61 is its absolutely amazing gun. It has one of the best guns on any of the tier 9 medium tanks, I would say, without a doubt. Now, T-54E1 does catch me off guard there. Did not expect him to be looking back at me. Does manage to get a shot to me, so I'm just going to kind of pull out from him. We should also be able to put some shots in return, and you can see this tank's all about the gun. Type 61. I love it for its gun. It has nothing else going for it, and oh my gosh, I need to focus on my gameplay. It has really nothing going for it but its gun. It's very similar to the Leopard 1, I would say, in many ways. So I'm going to put another shot towards him. Eesh, bad shot. Pog. We are at 270 viewers. All right, I think I need to figure out what I want to play after this. Okay, we're gonna put another shot in the Type, and we're just cruising through. I mean, Type 61, this is what it is all about, is just using that absolutely beautiful gun. It's the same gun as an STB-1. So, Yag Tiger has just fired. We're going to put a shot right through his lower plate. We're going to attempt to put a shot through his lower plate, and I'm just going to push up here because the enemy team, they're all stuck in a nice little corner. My heavies are holding very well, and I can just kind of push up and farm. I think we're going to kill this Yag Tiger, as he is being very problematic to our team. He has 3,700, well, right now about 5k DPM. We're going to go for a track shot there. And that's just to prevent him from pulling forward onto me. And I do want to kill this Yag. I just want to see if maybe I can bait a shot out. Now, as you can see, the STG is coming up this way. We're going to take his tracks off as well. And I have very little to no support. So this is not a great scenario for me. Because the moment this STG takes a shot, the Jagdtiger and the STG, and oh dear. Well, your boy has overcommitted. Ever so slightly overcommitted. Now we do manage to pick up a macro kill there. I do manage to avoid this tank here. And is this just an STG left? But I overcommitted there. Okay, we got ourselves aped. And there you go. That's what happens when you're too aggressive and you're type 61. Don't YOLO in your type 61, ladies and gentlemen, because you'll get ripped apart. 3 versus 1. It doesn't work very well. All right. Next tank. Play the Tog. I don't know if I have a Tog on this account. Now, I saw someone ask for a Gorilla really early on, so I think I will use the Gorilla 15 because it was highly requested. XD. I don't think analytics stream health. Okay, yeah, it's looking good. Wow, 291 viewers right now. This is epic. WZ120, E100, Keniatsu. I don't know if this account has a Keniatsu, to be honest. It might. Fake news. There's no cat. Wait, did the cat appear in the video? Nah, the cat's like right behind me right now. Andy Poe, my channel's monetized, Andy. So I think I just probably have to go into the stream settings and edit that for donations. I have no idea how that's yeah, I'm not really sure where I do that. I might have to do that after. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, time to play the Gorilla 15. It is a interesting matchup. The enemy team has double grills, 62A, E5, 215B, bat chat. I think what I'm going to do is actually take it easy and just kind of chill because they have double grill, so if I get spotted in the open, that's going to be really bad. They also have a bad chat and 62A, so their view range is going to be pretty solid. So what I'm going to do is start focusing on my gameplay. Focus, stop reading the chat, and, and I think I'm going to help my teammates in the town because we do have the thicker heavy tanks, right? We have the thicker heavy... Oh, yeah, there's the cat. Okay, there you go. The cat has made her appearance. All right, so 62A and Batchat have both gone left, and I'm going to make an extremely aggressive play through the mid here to try... No, mouse is blocking me. We still might be able to put that shell in. We do manage to get a shell into the mouse there. You see the Batchat is on the bridge. That's actually very interesting. I don't know if I can shoot under, and the E100's not paying attention. I don't think I have shots on him. Okay, so I'm just going to keep working the mid for now. Let's see. The 62A is giving me a shot on his rear. Going to put a shot right into him. And yeah, I mean, you can see I'm not sniping in my Gorilla 15. That's just personal preference. I never snipe in my tanks, really, if I can help it. But you can still be really useful. If you're going to play your Gorilla 15 aggressive, however, you definitely want to make sure you're... Oh, HE, please pen. Ooh, juicy. You definitely want to make sure you're not the target. So that's why I went with the mouse, is I was just going to let the mouse take all of the shots for me in that scenario, because, you know, he could do that. He could take the shots for me there. All right, 62A. We might be able to get the rear of his tank. Now, my team is getting absolutely pulverized in the town, and I'm actually going to have to start pulling down from here. But, okay, this gorilla is being way too tempting to shoot at. Got to at least try and put a shot onto him. Bad shot. And we have a 215B pushing in on us. So, unfortunately, my team is not doing so stellar right now. Yeah, no, they are not doing the best right now. Now, this Gorilla 15 is looking at me. He'll probably pick up the kill there. In that scenario, there really wasn't much for me to do there because our Chieftain Mark 6 was AFK, and then our Sheridan and Heavies just kind of YOLO'd in town. It was worth a shot. We still got a pretty good amount of damage. Broke 3k, I believe. 300 viewers. Damn, nice. Not used to this. All right, I think we give the Gorilla 15 another go. That was not a fair game. Our team got pulverized really hardcore there. Play the STV, off to equip it, play the Kranwagen. I can definitely do that because I have not made a review on the Kranwagen yet, and I must apologize. Welcome to the world of AFKs. Yeah, we still did 3K. I mean, epic. Yeah, 3 tier 10s doing 0 damage there. It's not really much you can do about it. So I'm not going to complain. It's whatever. It's part of the game. But yeah, hopefully we get a better game this time around. And hopefully the queue times get shorter because, my gosh, these queues are long. But it gives me a chance to read the chat. Alrighty, so what's going on here? T-34-2, I'm struggling so much in it. It's a trading vehicle. Love your videos. Thank you, Jacob. You want to see how I play the T-34-2? More than one player wants to see me play T-34-2. I'll have to equip that. 90% of the tanks on this account are not equipped because I haven't had it that long. The saddest part is I have to buy credits with gold because the account barely came with any. So, yeah, it feels like such a waste spending gold to buy credits. How old am I? I'll just say, I'm not going to give a precise date, but I'll say I'm in my 20s. There you go. There's your answer. So everyone can be happy. Fosh 155. Oh my gosh, there we go. It took us over a minute, but we finally got a game. Okay, Alpenstat, it is pretty light on both teams. And yeah, I think we'll be fine here. All right. So we have 1 Vickers. The enemy team have 2 tier 9 lights and a T22 medium. So they have a very, very mobile lineup. And as you can see, our Vickers is heading over towards the right here to kind of spot up this side. Now I'm not going to full commit. That would be an awful idea because the enemy team are just way superior in terms of mobile vehicle lineup. And heck, I think it might be even a bit of a mistake right now for me to have progressed this far up. My goal here is just to try and protect our Vickers as long as possible. I do have 3,700 or so DPM, and if I can make use of that DPM, I can really keep our Vickers alive for just a little bit longer. Now you can see he is kind of getting YOLO'd here, and we don't quite have the reload to keep up and protect our Vickers. And it looks like our Vickers is making a break for it. Now I think he's definitely making the right play by getting out of here. And heck, even if he doesn't survive, he will still be making the right play. Wow, okay, I might lose a lot of hit points here to the E4. And we do lose 500, but now's where I have to start pulling back. And this is kind of a sticky situation because we're gonna have a bunch of mediums and lights above us. I think the T22 just shot at me, and we're gonna have the heavies and TDs pushing in from our right. Now we have a grill here, but in all honesty, I don't want to sit here because you see our whole heavy force is over on this side of the map, and just sticking around here, I'm gonna get surrounded and killed extremely quickly. So what I need to do is just get out of this crossfire. Now, I might be able to start putting shots into vehicles like this E5, who I believe is going to give me an HE shot on his tracks. Do manage to pick up that kill, which is important for our team. But you can see a T22 and a Batchat are starting to progress forward. Now, I should be running away right now, but I really don't want to abandon our whole re, because the moment I abandon our whole re, oh, I'm so lucky. That's going to be another TD on our team dead. And you can see the E5 is pushing in from underneath, so he's going to provide great support soon. What I need to do here is try and get a shot on towards the T22. Now we do get a nice shot into him, but unfortunately I do lose my engine there. So I'm going to be extremely slow here. Now I don't think the T22 is going to be fast enough to escape me here, or he might just be, but we can load up a high explosive shell for the Batchat. And here's where I'm going to die. Now I'm going to try and block the HE. The block did not go as planned, and the Batchat's probably going to pick me up soon, or at least the I-7 will. That was just an all-round bad lineup for me. Because, I mean, I did call it. If I sat around there, I would get rushed, and the heavies would just be way too far out of the fight. Unfortunately, our heavies were just not here to help us there. If I'd kept running, that probably would have been a smarter idea. I still did a pretty good amount of damage in the end, but grill. It's a pog tank, you know. You just farm damage in it. That was just a not very ideal matchup there. Okay, what tank to play next? Because, you know, I heard someone ask for the E4. Okay, let me read. Okay, first person to type what tank to play starting now is the vehicle I will try and play. Okay, please play T22. Okay, well, T22 it is. This is one tank I have refused to review as of right now because I don't want to seem like I'm supporting these pay-to-win style vehicles. But I don't mind streaming with it because this is not even my own account. All right, Okay. Oh, that's a lot of tanks. Okay, the T-22 was called first, at least from my perspective, so we're doing that. And 121, 422, E100. I've seen a lot of E100s. I've seen some TOGs. You know what would be fun? Is I should play tanks on this account that I've absolutely never played on my own account. So I've played all tier 10s by now, but tanks like the TOG 2, I have actually never played. And I think that'd be interesting. All right, so the enemy team, they have a very light lineup. I'm going to go mid. Now, here's a fun little trick. You can actually make your low gun depression tanks work by going to where I am going right now. That was an awful shot, because you can create gun depression against this ridge. It's kind of like counter angling, and you see by doing this, I'm actually able to create shots. Now, you have to be careful when doing this because you are still exposing your whole upper plate, but if you need to create that false gun depression to start getting some shots in, this is certainly the area to go to, and you distract this whole corner right here. So I do really enjoy going to this position because you can really just start farming the enemy team up here, and you prevent their mediums from overworking mid, which is really important. The only thing you have to be really worried about is TDs sitting in the back, because those TDs will definitely, if they have TDs like where my reticles right now, they can be very problematic. But otherwise, you're in a pretty secure spot right here. Now, the 140 puts an excellent shell. You can see I think he penned me through my turret. Interesting. Well, good shot by him. But we are very much winning this left-hand side, and I'm actually going to be super aggressive. Oh, way too aggressive. And that's T-22 armor profile for you. Now, I see a lot of people say all you got to do with the T-22 is just side scrape and stuff. But if I'm really honest with you, when it comes to this vehicle's playstyle and everything, while side scraping in it is great, you don't get a ton of opportunities to just sit somewhere and side scrape for an entire battle, right? So that is something you have to be aware of in the T-22. Is it does pretty much everything a 140 would do, I guess you could say. But it does have the ability to side scrape, and when you can use it, definitely go for the side scrape. I just feel like these brawling Soviet medium tanks, they really are meant to brawl, and that's what we're going to push in on this VK right now. And that's why, you know, while it has great side armor and stuff, I'm not going to be using it right now. I'm just going to get close to this VK, and we're just going to start putting heat to his turret, and now we can start working down tanks like the Sheridan here in the middle. So we're going to put one shot into the Sheridan, and I'm going to try and angle up toward the 121. You can see we do manage to eat the shell into our tracks, and we're just going to continue pushing forward and hopefully continue ricocheting shots off our side. I'm just going to continue focusing this Sheridan here, who's stuck in the open. We can see once again bouncing another shot off the side there and bouncing another shot. So yeah, the armor definitely is a troll on this vehicle, especially if you manage to make the enemy. Oh no, my ammo rack's out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's where our fun stops for the day. But we still did 4.6k. I mean, that was a pretty solid performance for the T-22. The only issue is my DPM has gone out the window with a 10-second plus reload. Actually, it's not that bad, really. It's not that bad. I'm just going to try and get safe from the 268. One more shot, and I will break the 5k damage mark. We are almost there. I just need to YOLO at this point, I think. There we go. 5k damage dealt. And let's try not to get amracked. Excellent work. So, you can see, T-22. I don't think this was maybe the best example of what it's capable of, but you could definitely see when I use the T-22 and when I'm playing the T-22, it's really a brawling medium tank for me. It's like the 140, it's like the T-62A. You're going to get to a place where you can just farm the tanks, haul down preferably, and then, you know, really use the DPM brawling abilities on this vehicle to make those scenarios work. You're not going to be side scraping a whole lot. You will get those games where you can side scrape, but for the most part, you are definitely not going to be sitting there. The enemy teams will never give you the opportunity just to sit there and side scrape. So when you can just push in and just get good at angling your sides. Are you free to play on your main account? Pretty much. I've been pretty much free to play since about 2016. Any vehicles I have got on my account were either from tournaments or from gold that I earned from playing the game or watching advertisements, because I watch all of the ads slowly, 10 gold at a time, saving up the gold I need. All right, so we are on Nube for the second game, and what I'm going to do here is going to go towards the bridge side of the map, and I think I'm going to hold the left-hand side of the bridges. Now, we have a 62A with us, and you can see we have a lot of heavy slash TDs coming up as well. And I prefer the left-hand side bridge because it's easier to make an escape if you get YOLO'd. So generally speaking, that's why I do take this side of the map. Now, one thing we'll need to be aware of is the enemy team don't have any tank destroyers, which means we are a lot more free to start working down this side. We don't have to worry so much about TDs in the back. In fact, enemy team have tanks on B, which tells me a lot about exactly where their lineup is going. And we see there's a Progetto in front of us. We're going to try and put a shell into that Progetto. Do manage to get a shell there. And yeah, I think, you know, 57 is going to just YOLO in here, but this is a good idea because the 422 and Progetto are isolated, and in all reality, our goal should be to try and kill these tanks here. So I'm going to keep off this 422's tracks, and I'm actually going to get a little bit over here on the right-hand side now. I'm going to pick up a kill on this 422. And now we can pressure this Progetto 65, hopefully. And let's try and see if we can wing a shot into our side here. He does manage to hit a corner of our hull, which is good for him. And not quite able to snap the sheller. Now, the reason I decided to push past the 422 there, if you noticed, was because they had tanks on in the mid-ridge there that were absolutely going to farm me up if I just sat with that 57. And I didn't want to get ripped. And as you can see, our 57's already got himself killed. So if I just sat there, I would have also have been ripped apart there. And well, that's just not very ideal, is it? So let's try and side scrape. I want to show the reverse side scraping abilities of this tank, and okay, you know what? Good on the WZ-120 manages to put a pretty good shell there. I think I overextended the angle on the side scrape there. It's whatever. We're going to put a shot into his front, and wow. Okay, good shots by this WZ-120. I have to give him credit for that, but we will pick up the kill there. So we got a pretty major issue this game, and it's called the enemy team having triple cap. Even though I think in terms of firepower, our team is definitely winning this, we will need to be very precautious here, especially me. I need to not die because we need to start capturing bases. Hopefully someone goes towards B. You can see the 57 has now popped up in the mid. Just going to try and pre-aim for him. Don't quite have the shot. There we go. Get a nice shot into the 57 heavy there. And we should be able to continue farming him maybe, or maybe the Sheridan. I'm just going to sit in the A cap, I think. That's my best bet because all three of their tanks are just kind of right over here. And I just need my team to start farming them up. Now, 57 should be giving me a little bit of a shot. Bad shot on my part. All right. Chieftain's on my right, and Sheridan gets himself killed. Excellent. And I want to try and kill this T-57 heavy, if possible. So let's see, if I pull down low enough here, we should be able to start farming him. Now I have to watch out for that Chieftain Mark 6, because we know he's behind us over there in our spawn somewhere. We just don't know exactly where he could push on me from, because I have a feeling he would want to pick up the kill. So I'm going to use this building temporarily as some cover and not push out. I'm just going to let these guys push out for me so they can do the spotting. So I'm just going to sit behind this wall for now. And while I am being patient, let's go and look at the chat for a moment. And don't worry, this is not going to be a solid T22 stream, guys. I'm going to swap up to other vehicles as well. I should do the VK72. That would be very interesting. Oh, Kranwagen. I've seen the Kranwagen's been asked a few times here and there, so let's do the Kranwagen as well. Now, 62A, please take the shot for me. Thank you. Nice, 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 nice. Excellent. All right, team smashed it there. So my reverse side scraping abilities in this vehicle were not all that great. That WZ managed to just go through me and really bring me down to a one shot. So good on him. Good job to 62A. Epic 5K. Alrighty. Kranwagen. That tank's been asked a lot. So we are going to now jump into the Kranwagen and just show what this tank is all about. Alpha on Blitz. GG. Thank you. And don't worry, I will eventually make a guide on how to play the T22 and everything. I'll go more in depth when it comes to how to play that tank, but you kind of get a glimpse of what it's like. Sheridan Missile and Realistic. We don't have Sheridan Missile for Realistic. That is the one game mode Wargaming decided, you know what, let's not give the Sheridan the power to be effective in Realistic. I just want Uprising to come back. All I want is Sheridan Uprising where I can load those double missiles and just smash tanks, because that is where the fun begins, right? Okay, so we're on a Kranwagen and we're on Castilla. Now, Kranwagen's capable of a lot of things, but it's really a one-trick pony. You just go hull down, and that's what you do in this vehicle. Now, if you're a little bit insane like me, you're going to be running single repair and engine boost slash the accuracy consumable. I do that just because it's so important to hit and pen your shots in the Kranwagen. So that's why I do run the accuracy consumable. It's definitely high risk. So what I'm going to do for this game is go up towards this left ridge. And the reason I feel comfortable doing this is the enemy team, they only have a 4005 for tank destroyers. So they don't have a lot of great tank destroyers. You can see our medium tanks are taking the upper hill. That is really important because they will be able to create a nice little crossfire on anything I spot up here momentarily. And my goal is to try and see, well, what did the enemy team potentially send this way? And as you can see, the enemy team really haven't sent anyone. Okay, they have sent people here, but they're down low, and this actually opens up a very unique opportunity for me. Now, there is the leopard. I think what I can do here is push in behind these guys. You can see they're getting absolutely farmed, but our poor 57, well, he has just gotten rid of his tank, and there's now an IS-7 in front of me. We're going to try and angle up here, and I am really aggressive, but I'm fine with this because I have all of these TDs back here to provide all of the cover fire in the world I would ever need right here. So, going to wait till my third shell is reloaded. And then we're going to start farming this T-57 Heavy who's in the open. You can see he's going to have to back up now into the open. Going to put another shot into him. And hopefully he gets killed. Perfect. Hey, Garl. How's it going? So when it comes to the Kranwagen, you don't want to just YOLO into a position. The only reason I pushed down to where I am right now is because of all these things behind me. If these guys pushed below, they would get nuked for it. If this I-7 overcommits above, he will get nuked for it. And that's kind of... that was an awful shot. And that leaves these guys very much trapped here. And they'll slowly just start bleeding out their hit points. Now, the I-7 does bounce a shell there. And I think, you know what? You can see we have an allied I-7 with us. And that means I can start pressuring up over here. So when it comes to planning a vehicle like the Kranwagen, you'll also want to be very much a team player and make sure you have the proper amount of team support that you need to really be successful in this vehicle. We're going to put another shot into this IS-7, and we're just going to continue focusing the IS-7. So we're going to pop another shell here. I think I'm going to use the super speed, and that's just to get behind this IS-7. We're going to use his carcass as cover while I am on the reload here. Because the IS-7, while has good mobility, he won't really be able to outmatch the super speed boost I have on this vehicle. And I'm just going to try and reload at least 2 shots in the clip. If I do more than 2, it's really a waste of my time because the IS-7 will just pick him up at that point. So we're going to put 1 shell into him. Unfortunately, the IS-7 is kind of pushing me here, the allied IS-7, and we should be able to put another heat shell, and hopefully our IS-7 can pick up the kill momentarily. You got his whole rear, dude, I believe. Alright, you know what? I'll just pick up the kill. So, Kranwagen. You just sit in front of your enemy team and you smash them like that. 3,000 damage. Very, very simple kind of gameplay. But what you'll definitely notice about that game, and we'll do another game in the Kran, is 100% holding with your team. I was very aware of where my team was. When I started out this game, you'll see that I was watching out for where medium tanks were going. I was reading the lineup, and these are just basic positional things, but it's really helpful when you're in a vehicle like the Kranwagen because you want to make sure, well, do you have the right amount of support? And if you're going to push somewhere, make sure you have that backup. I never would have pushed down there if my whole team was on the TD hills above because they wouldn't provide me enough cover fire. But since we had so many tanks sitting behind the C hill, I had the cover fire there, and I could just kind of sit in the middle there and become the bait, and it worked quite well. Thank you for the I-7 for coming up and helping me in the end, and that is just Kranwagen stuff. So it has such bad DPM, has such a slow pace and slow mobility, and all of these things that can make it absolutely awful to play, that it's definitely limited in how you can play it. As well as I perform in this tank on my own account, it's not a tank I enjoy. It's just its playstyle is so slow. I am much more of a medium light tank / TD player when the time is right. Okay, whew, I've been talking. All right, so canal. Okay, you know what? This is not bad. This is not bad at all. So we're on canal here, and how I like to play canal, especially in heavy tanks, is to go towards A. What's up, Gorilla 15? Darth Rocker. How's it going? I'm gonna go towards the A side of the map here, and hello, Yak. So I'm gonna go up towards the A side, and that's because we have a much heavier lineup. So you can see we have a mouse, and I have a feeling the mouse is going to capture B. We have a Conqueror that's pretty fast, and going toward the corner, if you can get corner control and have A and B cap, that's going to be so good for your team in the long run for just holding the map. So we're gonna load up a heat shell. That was an awful shot on my part, and I'm not going to push past here. So if I over pushed here, all of those TDs back there are just going to nuke me. So we're going to, yeah, you can see our Gorilla 15 takes the shells there, and that's exactly what I wanted. I just wanted the Gorilla 15 to take the shots because that leaves me free to now take the corner, and I am where exactly I want to be. Now this 113 definitely made the right play here, because he's going to spot up for all of his TDs. So the important thing is for me not to get baited out into all of the enemy's tank destroyers, because that's exactly what this 113 is trying to do here, is bait me into their TDs. And our team does have the A cap, which is great, and looks like the VK90 is just holding C. Now no one's on D. That is interesting, and I think that means their whole team is sitting in spawn. You can see there is indeed the leopard. We're going to pop a shot into him real quickly. I'm just going to angle back up towards this 113. We're going to load a shell and put it through his turret. Vickers is being rather aggressive here, and we're going to try and put a shot into that 113's hull. Now, I take 550 from right there, and that tells me exactly where their E4 or Yak Tiger is, because I don't think the VK90 fired at me. I'm pretty sure that was bad shot. I was pretty sure that was the E4 hitting me right there. So he's on the back hill, but he's like way far up on the hill. So now we know where he is. And you can see the Yak Tiger was indeed the one that did not shoot at me. And the VK90, I'm not even going to waste a shot on him. And you can see there's also a Sheridan on our left that I might be able to get shots into soon. I'm just going to keep holding here. And you know what? Here's where we pop the accuracy consumable and start just ripping apart tanks like this Yak Tiger. Yak Tiger gets taken out. There's the T110E4. Should easily be able to put a shot into his side there. And I'm just going to push up here. So my team was great. I'm going to say it right now. My team was great here. I just needed to push forward way sooner. I think I was a little too passive. I was just really hesitant to push up when they had that 113 there. Moment that 113 died, I should have been more aggressive, because now I'm going to be chasing damage. And chasing damage is definitely not what this tank is comfortable at, because you really have to... You have poor DPM at this point, and we're already winning by such a large margin here that it's okay if I lose a lot of hit points. I have 2,200 hit points still, right? And I can just push in here and start farming as much damage as possible. That is really my goal at the moment. I'm going to, I'm going to go for this VK90 or this E4. You know what? Well, Sheridan's not giving me a shot. I'm just going to go for this E4. The mouse will cover the VK90 for now. We're just going to wait till I have a full clip loaded. Going to put one shell into the E4. And we should be able to pop another shell right into his lower plate. No one else, 62A does manage to pick up the kill. Good for him. And the VK90 is now backing up, so we're going to pop a shell right into him as well. And just like that, we've done 3,700 plus damage. So it felt like a very, very slow-paced game. And I think we just made the right plays there. But we were a little passive. I could have probably had about 5k this game if I had pushed in a little bit sooner. But it is what it is. So this VK90 is all that's left on the enemy team. And let's just do it. Okay, he gets taken out. Excellent. So there you go. Your Kranvagn gameplay of the day. This is... The Kranvagn is just, it's just, you kind of have to go where the fight's going to happen and just stick with your team. Try and stay hull down and just farm the enemy out. It's the best thing I can say about the vehicle. Alrighty, so what are we going to play now? I'm trying to look through the chat and find out. I just did a video on the 113, so I don't really feel like playing it. I played like 30 games in that tank recently. Oh, some people have been spamming the chat. Thank you, mods. Appreciate your hard work and diligence keeping the chat clean. Okay, Fosh155. Okay, a Sheridan T30 Super Conk. I don't have the Super Conk on this account. I have on my own, though. I can probably play it. WZ120? I was going to make a video on the WZ120 soon because I was going to try and cover Chinese tanks, but you know what? I can just play it live right here. So I'm going to want to clip the Top Gun. And let's just camouflage, get some camouflage on it. Yeah, I'll just put this one on. I don't really care. So let me just equip this real quickly. Now, WZ-120, I loved this tank at one point, and I still do like it. It's just, it grew a little boring because the 121 is just so much better in pretty much every aspect that it doesn't leave you very many reasons to play this tank after you get the 121. Tier for tier, I think the 121 is just so much more enjoyable, so much of a better tank. And yeah, okay, so we're gonna put calibrated shells on. Definitely through it. Heat pen, that, and now we're gonna go into game. I'm ready to see the cat comments. This is Bobby, everyone. She is if you're a subscriber, you've probably seen her before. She is a very active companion on the channel, always showing up at the end of my videos. Hey there. So, WZ-120. Love this tank. As I was saying earlier, it's just 3 degrees of gun depression is awful. It really is awful. It makes it so difficult to use even the absolute most basic generic positions possible in this game. But you still have a punchy gun. So that is a nice aspect. The turret armor is fine, I suppose, but to be honest, you're not going to be using it too often because you're not going to be going hull down in this vehicle very often. Now, I just realized the enemy team have a far superior medium tank lineup than us, and for some reason our team is going very heavy into town, and I don't like this because it's going to be 3 versus 1. Now, as you can see, we do have a Gorilla 15 on the rails here, but it's almost impossible for me to play anywhere along here just because of the gun depression. Now, the AMX-30 is being very aggressive. We're going to put a shell into him real quickly and pull back here. And as long as the AMX-30 prototype is yellowing, I'm going to farm him. So this is fine by me. I'm just going to farm these tanks out. The only reason I'm still in the dunes is because our Leopard PTA and our Gorilla 15 are here. If they weren't here, I would not be committed. But since we have so many tanks committed to the dunes, if I left the dunes, guaranteed these 2 tanks would die, and that would just be really bad for my team. So you can see I don't have the gun depression to actually shoot the 1-to-1 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create some gun depression. And you'll see how this hill right here, I angled up, and that gives me about 8 degrees of gun depression when I'm angled down like that. And that's something you're want to get good at when you're in a vehicle like the WZ-120, is creating that artificial gun depression. It's really important because otherwise you're not going to be able to shoot tanks in very many scenarios. Now, the 1-2-1 just fired. We're going to put another shell into him and pull back once again. Gorilla seems to be pulling a flank. Unfortunately, our AMX-30 dies there. And you know what? I want to keep this 1-2-1 here because our Gorilla is flanking him, right? So if I can keep him stuck in the open here, our Grill will easily be able to pick up the kill. And as you can see, the Grill's pulling right over. Hopefully you can do that. Grill messes up the kill shot. It's whatever. I'm going to take another couple of shots from this WZ here, but we are easily starting to take care of this WZ 1-2-1. Unfortunately, if I take even one more shell here, I'm going to be a one shot, but we do manage to pick up the kill. And there you go. That is how you make your WZ-120 work in the dunes. Definitely take note of the counter angling. That is the 101 basic trick I could teach anyone to play WZ-120 is get good with the counter angling. Because if you do not understand basic counter angling, you're just going to get absolutely screwed over by the gun depression on this vehicle. I mean, you already do, but it's going to be way worse. So we're going to push on to the 215B. There we go. The turret is bouncing shells there, and I'm pretty sure I have him on DPM or not. So the other 215B is coming from the left. We're going to pop a quick kill shot into him, and this other 215B might high roll me. If he does high roll me, that's not good, and we're just going to try and run away here. Now, I don't really have the gun depression. We're going to load a heat shell there, and now we're just going to pull forward. So 3,700 damage. Pretty solid result. I mean, it was a great game for me because the enemy team were isolated and I was able to kind of just use the hills as cover there. So Ace Tanker, as you can see, not very many people play this tank, and when they do, probably not the best. So it doesn't take much to ace a vehicle like the WZ-120. Pretty solid game. All right, so I need to keep up with the comments. What other tanks do we need to be playing? M103, 60 TP. We don't have a 60 TP. I wish we did, but we don't. Can you please pet the cat? Got you, fam. VK72 would be nice. Okay, MJ, you know what? I'm going to do the VK72. Should be fun. Apologies. I'm going to have to equip it. And I hate having to equip every tank. It's just I haven't had the opportunity to really equip tanks yet. I just haven't had a reason to play any of the vehicles on here besides tanks I don't have on my own account. So, just gonna quickly equip this vehicle and then we'll jump right on into the gameplay. Double chocolate, of course, is a must. Mobility, 14, 14, 14. We're gonna do 10, 10, 10, 22. No. We're gonna do 10, 19, 13. Yeah, let's make it as weird as possible. Okay. Calibrated, yep. Yep. 2700 HP, and yeah, and I guess these as well. Okay, VK72, let's do it. Let's mix it. Let's get some spicy VK72 hashtag budget E100 gameplay going. And just looking at things, we're in Mayan Ruins. Not a bad map. Now, both teams are pretty heavy, but I think what we'll definitely be doing here is trying to help our team towards C. Now, I know this is kind of just an NA meta thing, but generally speaking, in tier 10, the consensus is to not go A. It's to go B and C. And as you can see, we do have medium tanks committing that way as well. So I want to try and encourage our heavy tanks to go C. And I'm going to try and work mid down here. Now, the nice thing about the VK72 over something like the E100 is you have a stronger turret. To some extent, it is a stronger turret because it's rounded. So sure, it still gets pretty easily overmatched to the cheeks, but its profile is much smaller, and in that sense it's a lot more comfortable to play, and its lower plate is also really troll. So here we go, we have a Foch over here on our left hand side, don't quite have the gun height there to shoot at him, and we know there's a convoy coming in from our left. Now it looks like the 215B and Waffle will be covering my left very soon, which is great, and there is the convoy right there. I think I'm going to ignore him for now and try and see if I can't start farming vehicles like this M48 Pan here, or M48 Pan is going to be my goal, so we're going to try and put a shot into... Missed my fire there for a moment. Alright, so we do not get that shell in, and I'm just going to angle up. Now, when it comes to playing a VK72, when you're pulling around a corner, what you want to do is angle out the front, because this vehicle was not built to side scrape. Your armor profile is going to be maxed at this angle, right about there. And sure, it's still going to get overmatched in a lot of scenarios by the big caliber guns with high pen, but you'll be surprised how many shots you can bounce if you just angle it out properly. Now, I believe the enemy team have one tank or more over here, and unfortunately, I don't quite have the gun depression, but if I pull back just a little bit, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. I thought I was going to dip my gun down further there. Please pretend you did not see that shot. Mine ruins. Okay. So the enemy team are sending tanks behind us. I'm going to have to be responsive to that and start angling up towards vehicles like this. This gorilla is still trying to shoot at me. Still, 57 Heavy and WZ are going to be behind us very soon, and we will need to start taking care of them. And oh my gosh, I just do not have the gun depression. I don't know what the gun depression is on this, actually. I'm gonna have to check back with that. It's definitely... Is it 8 or 7? I think it's 8, but it feels worse than the E100. Now, here's the WZ. We're going to put a shot into him. And you can see he had absolutely no problem there, just penning us. Now, we do take a bounce from the E100. And I can just hold here. Now, theoretically, I can hold here better than the E100 just due to my my armor profile shape. You can see E100, even though he's angling properly, it's still absolutely easy for me to butter his armor profile frontally. And now that he's pulling forward, I'm going to push up to try and meet him, and that's just to make it harder for him to shoot at anything that's weak on this tank. Now, 57 does get a track shot into me, which is really critical. And my ammo rack is now out, and we do manage to at least bounce that shelf there. We're going to put another shot into him, and before we go down, that was a pretty bad game. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should have gone A. Their enemy team just had a really strong flank on us there, so good for them. I played that pretty awful, had some disgusting shooting, but there you go, VK72. I'm going to play another game into it. I did not do the tank justice this battle. I had some nasty shooting there, so we're going to wait for that one. But this gives me time to catch up on the chat, so this is great. Can you do the 5A? Okay, I'm going to do the 5A, and then we'll get back into the W's, into the VK72. I think that's a good idea. China. Nope, that's Russia. SSR. There we go. WZ5A. This is a solid vehicle, I would say. I'd take it over an i7. I mean, that's not saying much nowadays. The i7 is pretty boring. This man has 1 mil gold. It's a press account, so if anyone is wondering why this account has over 900,000 gold, it's because it's a press account, so, you know, it's not even my account. All of these things here are just so I can make videos on them in the future, and so I can do like streams and do challenge streams and all these other things. It's not physically my own account there, so just letting you know. I'm not actually this rich. I have about 20,000 gold in my account, not a million. 372 views. I know, it's crazy. Thank you everyone, by the way, for showing up on my first stream, man, and showing off the great support. I really appreciate it. I wish I could be a little more interactive with the comments. It's hard for me to keep up with everything, especially when I'm playing a game. So, what's my Instagram? My Instagram, if you're asking me, I'm just reading the comments right now. It is hrf_what'sb. I have it tagged under every single video that I post. So if you're interested, you can go there. I don't really post on it anymore. I actually was doing Instagram videos way before I even started YouTube. The only reason I started YouTube, in fact, was because I always had people on Instagram telling me to start making YouTube videos. And eventually I decided, you know what, I should do it because I had the time, especially with quarantine and everything recently. So yeah. If you want to follow it, give it a follow, but to be fair, I don't post very often there. YouTube is going to be where the majority of my efforts are going. Sell gold and buy Bitcoin to pay for studies. All right, so here we are, 5A. We're on dead rail. This is not a bad map for the 5A because the 5A has 7 degrees of gun depression, so you are actually able to make this area work. And you can see the enemy team are sending most of their tanks. Now, interestingly, the E3 and the YAG have both been spotted on the other side of the map, so I don't really have to worry about them so much, and this leaves me free to just start farming up vehicles here in the mid. And for support, I have an E100 with me. Now, we're going to want to watch out for this I-7. He might get a good shot into my side here. Do manage to ricochet off of our spaced armor, and that's why I did have a slight angle, and you can see exactly where that I-7 bounced. He hit the spaced armor and it ricocheted, and that's definitely an important part about the 5As. You have pretty decent spaced armor on the sides. I would say in a way similar to the IS-7. We do have a T-22 on our left, and I think I'm going to act distracted, and once this I-7 gets baited into the open, we're going to put another shell through him, and he might pen us here. I wouldn't be surprised if he does. As you can see, right through the lower plate, that's fine, but we are baiting him up very high, and I'm able to create just enough gun depression to snag the shots in that I need here. My goal is to keep farming out this IS-7, and this is why the 5A is actually pretty solid, because this IS-7, he has 5 or 6 degrees of gun depression. The 5A has 7, which means I'm able to work this position down so much better than him. Right now, T-22 is trying to pressure me here, and I still want to focus, if possible, this I-7. I don't know if the I-7 has quit or not. Looks like he temporarily went AFK, and we don't quite have the gun depression, but I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it, because this IS-7 definitely needs to die soon for me to start being flexible elsewhere. Looks like he has just given up on life. I mean, I can't say I blame him. He's bounced about 4 times off of 5A. RIP, my dude. And that leaves this T-22 and this E3 over here. Now, I'm going to start pressuring this T-22 because he is kind of stuck in the open. We're going to put a nice shot through him for 447. There is a Tortoise. No, Tortoise is no longer in the fight, and the YAG is out of the fight as well. And you know what? This was actually probably a mistake. A T-22 has way more DPM than me. Now, I'm going to try reverse angling here, but yeah, that's not going to work. My best bet is if I get really up close and personal and get this T-22 to hit my spaced armor, but he's not letting me do that. You know, good for him. Oi! Oi! The shooting! Oh, we're getting brained on by T-22, boys. This is not good. Okay, HE should do this. Oh my god, my tracks fell off. I did not expect that. No! We are still alive for now. We are still alive for now. Oh, I got brained on by the T-22. Oh my gosh, that was really bad. He took my tracks off, and I didn't realize he did that, so my shot just missed there. That was unfortunate. All right, Yag's pulling over. We're going to take his tracks off here, and we spawn him right into us. That was not the plan, ladies and gentlemen. That was not the plan. I spun the Yag right into me. Did track him, but didn't want to make him turn. I think our team's got this, though, because our E5 is doing a pretty solid job over here. And our 268 and our T92 should have this. Okay, yeah. So 5A is over. Let's hop right back into the VK7201K. And very sad, we did lose that game. Okay, VK7201K, and let's get some spicy gameplay. Nah, gotta do this, taking some solid justice here. Oh man, I just got brained on so hard by that T22, man. It's whatever. T22 side hugs OP. That is exactly why I always say if you're playing those Soviet meds, go for the side hug, because it is so hard to counter it. Mind you, that last shot 100% should have hit, but somehow he took off my tracks when we were side hugging each other. I don't know how that happens, but it does. That's why I missed that final shell, sadly, but doesn't matter in the end. It didn't really make a difference. All right, so Castilla for the VK72. Not a bad map. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go heavy side with the C100, hopefully. And you can see our meds are flanking. Now, players like to go either heavy or medium or mid. It's all up to your personal preference. As for me, I prefer to, if I'm in a heavy tank that can just chill, and if the enemy team don't have an insane amount of broken TDs that can just rip me apart, I do prefer to take my heavies here. And that's just to create that crossfire, because Castilla is in fact a very tactical map, because creating those crossfires is so important, because the mediums, they'll rip apart tanks here, and you can rip apart tanks up there, and you can rip apart tanks in their spawn, and it makes it a lot easier for your team. It doesn't mean it always works, but generally speaking, if you can create that solid kind of split between your team, you have a pretty good chance of winning. Now, so far, no one has been spotted, and that leaves me suspicious that the entirety of the enemy team has indeed come this way. We're going to load up the HE here. Do hit a nice HE. Woo, spicy. T92 gets smacked with a high explosive round for 977, and Until we saw my profiles, it made me feel dirty. Sorry. Oh, I get distracted comments. Okay, so obviously the entirety of the enemy team has gone towards the church hill. Just gonna say that right now. If it wasn't obvious enough already, they've all gone up. So what I think I'm going to do here is kind of cut up to the mid. Now they might have TDs on their TD hill. We'll have to watch out for that. But hopefully I'll be able to start kind of getting their team confused and overexposed in the open. There is a Yag Tiger here. I'm gonna take a shot from him, but I would rather take a shot 450 and then deal 650 in return. It's trading. It's heavy tank trading at this point in time. If you're in a heavy tank like EK72, then and you're versus a Yag Tiger, then it really isn't a waste to take a trade with him. I'm just gonna load heat, and that's just to guarantee the pen there. And we do manage to get a nice pen there. And it looks like the VK90 is on the outside of the hill. The E100 is probably pushed inside. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an E4 on our... Well, isn't that interesting? There is an E100 pushing up to our left. I'm going to ignore him for now. He isn't the issue with the team. Sure, he could flank our team and everything, but the majority of the enemy team's attention is on our team over here. And I want to see if I can try pressuring this VK90. He is stuck in the open and he has to pull back. Now, VK90 from this angle is going to be extremely hard to pen, so I have to wait till he doesn't turn. And that's a nice heat shell for 492. That shell velocity seemed awful. I wonder if I run supercharged on this thing usually, because that shell velocity was really bad, even though we still hit the shell there. T92 is still alive. I have to give this T92 some credit, and that is not a positive elixir trade. Nope, that is not. Okay, I'm just going to ignore the VK then. E100 has now started to aggress up towards the mid here, and I'm just kind of wandering around like your classic heavy tank that is pretty much clueless on what he should be doing. I mean, I thought the enemy team were going to send tanks to the mid and then, or the mill, and they didn't do that, and... Okay, nice RNG. I'm going to hold here in the mid because this E100, he's getting rushed. He's not going to survive very long, and we can see tanks like the T62A, they're going to be coming in pretty soon. I can engage the 62A and the E100 pretty easily. They're both right around this corner, so I'm going to angle up my hull first before poking here, and then we're going to just pop a shot into this E100, and you can see he did bounce off of our lower plate, and that is what I'm talking about when I say angle your VK72's lower plate out around a corner. Don't even try side scraping, because you see these hatches on the side. It's going to make it very difficult for you to effectively side scrape in the best of scenarios. Now we have a 62A coming up behind us. I'm going to watch out for that, and I just want to kind of get out of this crossfire here. Now the 62A won't be able to do that much damage to me right now. He's kind of a one shot at the moment, and in fact, he has decided to pull towards the wrong angle, which means I easily should be able to put a shell into him, only for 590, and what I'm going to do now is back up towards this building, because that E100 is going to pull out. So I already had it planned ahead of time how I would get away from that E100, and you can see he gets taken out there exactly as I was planning. VK90 has just fired his gun, so we're going to load up a high explosive shell here, try and shoot under his tank, and okay, he gets killed there. Unfortunate timing, but that is the end of that VK90. And I don't know, these games, they just feel very boring, man. These games just feel very, very boring. I don't know how to explain it. I want something interesting for the VK72, but to be honest, I've just been wandering around this entire time. Not a bad game. We still did 4,700 damage, I guess, but like, did I really do much that game? I don't know. I wouldn't say that I played that amazing in particular. We did win the 5A game, and I did 4K there as well. Great. All right, let's try the 5A again. Let's try the 5A again. Well, I'm doing this. This is for you, by the way, Droodles, because I know, well, at one point the 5A was your favorite tank, so there you go. You get to watch me play it for like the first time, pretty much. I've played it a few times before. Why did you name a channel Fatness? I don't look fat. Compliment. It was a name that wasn't actually intended towards me. There you go. It was a pet name that I just recycled for the sake of the channel. And please excuse me, but my throat is getting dry. Thank you, Alpha on Blitz, so much for showing up to the stream. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful night. See you, dude. Play PC blocks. A bot is a bad player. I am a bot. Yes. All right. So 5A, we are on Port Bay. Gosh, my brain is lagging right now. All right, we're on Port Bay. I'm definitely gonna go C. That is the preferred area, and I can definitely use the mobility to get hauled down by C, or in some cases take the corner. Now, Okay, the enemy team only have a Sheridan and a Batchat. Those aren't going to be the best tanks to hold corner, so I'm not going to be too concerned about them. I think what I will do here is just push straight onto C-Cap. Now, we are on the disadvantaged spawn for Port Bay. What generally speaking happens here is tanks stop behind this hill where I am pointing my gun right now. And when they stop at that hill, they let the enemy team push all the way through the C-Cap and above here, and your mediums die in the corner, and it just becomes a really bad scenario for your team because you lose all that control. Now, if you have a tank like a 5A, you can be pretty quick, and getting to a position where I am right now, I've just prevented the entirety of the enemy team from committing over here. Now, interestingly enough, the Ho-Ri is up on a hill back there, and that's what I took a shell from. I was not expecting that. Generally speaking, players don't go there, so cool on the Ho-Ri, but I'm definitely going to take it easy because I don't want to take another shot from the Ho-Ri. I think that's the hill he was on. Maybe it was the one even further back, and since the E75 just took the shot from the Ho-Ri, that's what I was waiting for. I'm going to take this opportunity to start pushing forward now. Ho-Ri's on a full reload. And I'm not going to go up top because, once again, that Ho-Ri is right back there. There's no point in me taking an extra shot from him if I don't need to. Hopefully we can get a shot into the M103 there. Do manage to get a nice shell. And I'm going to start turning my attention elsewhere. Or, yeah, they're coming up behind us. They're definitely sending mediums and lights behind us, but... Okay, I'm going to actually tunnel this Ho-Ri 1 second. So Ho-Ri has just fired his gun, and he's going to start running away from his position, so we're going to push shell into him. Ho-Ri gets deleted, and there's the Sheridan and the 57 and the Batchat, and that is how you lose all of your hit points instantly in your 5A, but there you go. I should have turned around. You saw my thought process there. For a moment, I almost turned around in precaution already, but I didn't do it fast enough. So Batchat's on our left. We're going to pop a shell into him, hopefully. Ooh, not quite able to pen that one there. And I think the Batchat's actually clipping out. Now, hopefully my team comes and help me. All right, so Batchat has just clipped out. Guarantee it. So I'm going to start pressuring up towards him while he's on his clip reload here. Going to put a nice shell into the Batchat. And it's just the Batchat and the Sheridan here. So this wasn't really that good of a game. I don't know. It was really weird. The mediums all kind of flanked, and my team was just OP, man. I couldn't farm. Sheridan missile works in realistic. Does it? I don't think it did. Strange timing. Oh, man. Look at that team. My team was just so domineering that game. I could not farm. Well, GG to the team. GG to the team. Let me see. Is the Sheridan available in realistic? Actually, I want to test that because that's what I was just told. Well, why didn't someone... Really? Wargaming. So, Wargaming said this vehicle would not work in realistic. Okay. Interesting. All right, well, I used to be good at missiles about 6 months ago, but to be fair, I have pretty much not played them in a long time. I mean, I already got burnt out on using missiles by the time they were removed, just because I had played with them so much. But I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. This is really my first time using the Sheridan with missiles in a long time. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. It might go well, it might not go well. We'll see. Hopefully we'll see. And the enemy team probably are sending a lot of tanks up this way, I would assume. Our whole team is coming towards this side of the map. And what I'm actually going to do here is just kind of push across up along the top. And that's just because I actually prefer to be on this right-hand bridge. Now, okay, there's a Sheridan up top there. Oh my gosh, I was waiting for my Sixth Sense to get activated. I just now remembered I was playing realistic. You don't have Sixth Sense in realistic. Satisfying, but guilty. Also, did Wargaming change the missile sounds? The missiles sound way different than they used to. Like, this is just next level scary. Ooh, missiles are spicy. I like the sound they make. Did Wargaming adjust the Sheridan? Unless they just adjusted the sound. By the way, I'm just using 100% missiles. Realistically, if I was being big brain, I would be shooting AP right now. Ricochet. I think Wargaming... Did they unnerf the missiles for this collector tank? Yo, that's spicy. I did not know they did that. That's amazing. Wait. What's the fuel life on these things now? Did they reverse that as well? Did they give it better fuel life again? If so, then I'm spamming this mode for the rest of the stream. Sorry, guys. bounced off of him again. Oh, that Sheridan. I bounced off of him like 3 times. It's whatever. Interesting. You know what? I want to test the fuel time on these things. I want to see what the fuel time on missiles are. Did they give it its long time? Did they actually do this? Did they actually buff its fuel time? Wait. This has a lot of possibilities. There is something I need to test. Okay, no, it still has its 10-second fuel time. Sad. Or no, it's short fuel time. Okay, I gotta try that again though. Interesting. Oh man, I wish they buffed the fuel time. I think they gave its mobility back though. I think they buffed the mobility, but they still left the fuel time bad, which is a rip. Also 600 damage. I don't care. I'm just here to mess around with missiles because I had absolutely no idea they were buffed. That is, or buffed for the game mode. That is very interesting. Check those DMs in game, fatty. You can't DM the press account. No one can. It is private. This is interesting. This is actually going to be a lot of fun. I did not know they unnerfed or partially unnerfed the collector Sheridan's missiles. That's cool. That's cool. Thank you, Wargaming. This will be fun. Let's stream snipe fatness. No, please don't. I beg you. My nukes are on a level of 10% of their efficiency. They used to be so much better back in the day. Not anymore. Okay, there's a batchet over there. I wonder. Oh. We almost hit him. That was very close. The batchet's like, no, not today. Hey, yo, bro. Chill out. We are, Well, that is the entirety of the enemy's team right around the corner, so here is the point where I just run away. I just want to mess around with missiles, but I don't want the stream to get too boring. Sorry, guys, if it gets boring having me just sitting here with missiles. Interesting. Honestly, RNG hates me. I think this is the 3rd time I've bounced a missile off a light tank. Sad. Oh man, this reminds me of the old days, man. It's so filthy. Okay, I'm getting old now. Time to run away. Just a little bit. I still want to missile people over the rails here. We're going to be very filthy here with our missiles. Do I need to use missiles? Hell no. Is it fun? 100%. I mean, this is the old school pre-nerf mobility, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the missiles were like when they were first released, except with the reduced fuel time. But still, that is crazy that Wargaming could even have done this. I mean, this is going to be so much fun. But I'm probably going to do this mostly solo so I can keep playing tanks for you guys. But, whoop. Oh, I feel so filthy. Oh man, Wargaming, how could you have done this? Oh gosh, I'm just having so much fun. Oh man, I've been so. Oh, poop shot. I have been so determined to ask Wargaming to at least buff the missiles back if they were going to make it a collector-only vehicle for special game modes. And I honestly can't believe they actually did that. That's epic. Okay, it's a question. Okay, yeah, okay, so shell velocity is still whack over the rear. We are not being very big brain right now, I'm afraid to say. Batchat and 50B are still going to be pretty annoying. I don't know where that Batchat is. Oh, there's the Batchat. Interesting. You know what? Can we do it? Can we do it? I wonder. Do you think we can do it, boys? Oh, we were close. No, they did. The mobility, 100%. The mobility has been buffed on these things. They were not mobile at all beforehand. Trust me. No, Wargaming 100% buffed the mobility on these things. All right, cool. That is disgusting. No, definitely wargaming. They buffed the mobility on these things. The traverse speed of missiles was nowhere near that good last time I tried playing this tank. Yeah, no, MJ, 100%. Fatness needs to take a shower after this. It's special game modes. It's not like I'm clubbing on pubs. Okay, let's go back to regular. We got our daily dose of missiles, but I don't want to make the. I'll make a dedicated missile stream maybe. Then we can do it. But tank request, ladies and gentlemen, fire away. Play the Gorilla 15. I already played the Gorilla. I'm gonna try and play something different. T-54 light, Black Bulldog, lightweight. That's two lightweights asked for. All right, yeah. So a lot of people asked for the lightweight. We're just gonna go for it because that was the most asked tank right off the bat. Gotta equip it real quick. One second, just equipping. We don't need more than 4 HE, I think. Yeah. And in terms of rammer, now calibrated. And that, and that, and that, that. I'm just a little bit more broke. Okay. Thank you. Vickers Light. Okay, I'm just looking through all the other requests. I've had a lot of Vickers requests. Okay, Vickers has been noted. Fatness, claim the missing stage. It annoys you. Okay, I'll do that after. Just don't let me forget. All right, so back to sweating in pubs, shall we? It is Canyon, not a bad map. I'm gonna go up to the mid now. Generally speaking, the 54 lightweight is not good for going up towards the middle of the map. The only reason I'm going here is we need that vision, and I am the fastest tank. I do have the best vision on the team, and as you can see, our entire team is going up top, so they would be completely blind. If I just went with my team, they would be absolutely blind to what the enemy team is doing, and all I'm trying to do right now is get an idea of where the enemy team is headed, right? And I don't care if I maybe take 1 or 2 shots here. We already got an idea. Okay, IS-3 is coming this way, RU is going up top, some with the Pershing. We are getting a little bit of a lag spike there. It's okay, I can deal with that. And it looks like most of my team is up top as well. Now you can see that RU251 is actually pushing down the mid. I think he's making 100% the right play. He did read that our lineup was heavy based towards the top here. And the question is there any way for me to get out of this? Now you can see there's a motion pushing down low. I'm going to run away from this motion. In fact, I'm going to run away from this circumstance completely. And I don't mind if the RU puts a shot into me. My only goal here is to just get out of this crossfire that I am in. RU's doing a good job sniping shells into me there, but I needed to get safe. I was about to get absolutely rushed there. And what I needed to do was just pull back for a moment. Now, I did lose a lot of HP, but the good news is I kind of foiled enemies' advances there. I'm going to keep pulling back here. I need to get with my team. That's where I'm going to be safest because the RU could still be chilling behind us. The IS-3 could push onto me. And I think I can help our team up front here. Now, you know what? Actually, their team pulled back. This IS-3 stuck in the mid. There's an RU on the left. This Tiger and Motion on the right. Well, they could become easy targets once this IS-3 gets distracted or is killed. So we're going to put a shell into this IS-3 here. And we're not farming a ton. Oh no, I'm sorry if you guys are experiencing some buffering. I just now noticed that connection did go down a little bit there. So if you see any buffering, just let me know. I think it's not too bad right now though. Okay, good. All right, so I should be able to start farming vehicles like this Motion out now. I need APCR to even pen his hatch. Once again, showing that this tank just does not have the best penetration in the game. Now, the Motion should not have shots on me, and I'm going to wait for this RU251 to overextend around the corner and pick up a kill on him, picking up some sweet revenge, and the score is currently 2-2. Now, I have a feeling this Motion's going to be pushing up from there, so I'm going to get safe from that location. You can see Tiger 2 and Motion have both popped up on that side of the map, and I'm just going to get safe for now. Now, this IS-3 needs to die, but I don't need to take an extra shot for it. That is, like, really important. And I think the IS-3 is on reload for another second or two. So I'm just going to push down here. And hopefully we'll be able to catch him off guard enough where we'll be able to pick up that kill pretty easily. And we do manage to pick up the kill. Now we know the Motion has just fired his gun. So he's on reload for a moment. We need APCR to pen his rear. I mean, to bounce off of his rear, apparently. But we should be good. So I'm going to just pull up behind this Motion. We can start farming him here. And yeah, this game, I mean, it was nothing special. I just kind of floated around the map, really. That's what you have to do in a lightweight, especially when you're on that situation. It was just a really weird scenario. And since I lost so many hit points at that time, I decided to just sit behind my team because that was the best option for me at that time, was just to sit behind my team, chill out, and let them take all the shots there. Moishen is killing our Centurion, unfortunately, and he has just done so. I need to kill this Moishen if at all possible, so we're going to have to keep spamming APCR here. But we can at least get behind him. Now, I'm going to side hug this Moishen because he is a very, very tall tank, which means he doesn't have the best gun depression in the world. And that leaves me free to farm him. Now, I am shooting APCR. I don't think I need to, but as he's only on 400 HP, I'm just going to keep shooting APCR just as a precaution because one bounce here could make me lose an extra hit point or two that I really don't need to be losing right now, right? So we managed to pick up a kill there. And it is just this Tiger 2 left. Pretty solid game, actually. I think, you know, pretty solid game for the lightweight. It really showed what it was capable of. And we just did very light tank stuff. We went for an early spotting run, but definitely getting out of that mid when I did was very, very much important. That was actually a nice tanker in the lightweight. Amazing. This tank is pretty poggers. Allows 120 FPS. Yes, that is the iPad Pro. Yeah, the Moishen on the enemy team, he could have wedged me out there. It's whatever. All right, so that's the lightweight taken care of. Let's see what other tanks would be interesting. Oh yes, Vickers. That's right. The Vickers light was being highly requested. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I understand how it is. Okay, Wargaming. So, whoa, we're not going to sell. We're just going to research this dude. I actually don't have the Vickers researched. What do you know? So I have to... Yeah, we'll just free XP, research it, and purchase. We're going to gold the crew. Amazing. What camo would look good on the Vickers? Should we go golden Vickers? We're going to go with the golden Vickers. This is a solid tank. I sometimes despise it, but for the most part, Vickers is just a solid vehicle. So we'll try and get some good gameplay in it for you guys. Usually carry about 10 hash, 20 AP, 18 heat. Yeah, that sounds good. Yes, calibrated. We're going to run that. 325 meters view range. That's one of the things that makes the Vickers such a great vehicle, is just how much view range it has. And now I'm down to 5 million credits. My gosh. We are running out. All right, let's get some spicy Vickers gameplay, shall we? No way, HRF streaming. I know, right? Hello. It's a CC account. Yeah, it is a CC account. Moderators, if there's a ton of people asking, just make sure to tell them I'm just using a CC account because it gives me a lot more vehicles to play. Like, I don't own a 5A, I don't own a Badger, I don't own a ton of these vehicles on my own account, so it's going to be a lot more versatile gameplay. That's why I'm going to dedicate this. That's why it's HisRoyalFatness _ live. It's my streaming account pretty much. All right, so Vickers Light, here we are. We're on Desert Sands. It's a pretty solid lineup. Now, we do have a medium tank advantage, which means I'm just going to be very aggressive through the dunes. Now, the enemy team have a Waffle and a Yag, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of count up on the rails. As for me, I'm going to do a very aggressive spotting run. Now, you see how that palm tree has fallen over? That already tells me that the 54 went into the town. He's not even in the dunes, which means I can just push up really aggressively here and try and spot up the enemy team and see if I can get any early shots into their team before they can pull into cover. We see here is the Waffle. He spawned in late. I'm going to try and put a shell in towards the Yag E100 there. And, well, the enemy team are in a bit of an interesting situation because they're all stuck in the town, right? And there's the Waffle. He might get a shot into me here. Gotta love that Vickers light armor profile there. I way overextended there, and I got pretty lucky to ricochet that. I'm just gonna say that right now. Oh, Kron's awake. Thought he was AFK. No worries. Okay. So, is this really the best place for me to be? Well, the Waffle's almost dead. The Waffle is almost dead, and Kron is looking at me through underneath the rails. Okay, so this Kron's going to be a bit of a nuisance to me, and you can see this 54 is kind of isolated. Now, our 62A from PP Sauce, he should be able to hold that corner just fine, because the Waffle's pretty much dead. I am going to leave him to hold that corner for now because I think I'll just be more useful to my team if I can just push up and start farming their heavy tanks from behind. That is what the Vickers is best at doing, is just getting behind the enemy team and becoming an absolute nuisance. Now, I'm not all the way behind the enemy team, but I'm starting to crossfire out their heavies, and you can see their heavy tanks are really heavily starting to progress up on this flank. Now, I am just kind of tunnel visioned here, but I'm going to wait. The Yag or the VK, both of them are going to push up eventually. Do get my shot in there. And our E100 is now definitely in kind of a bad spot here. Let's see if we can get some farm in onto the enemy's E100. You can see the Vickers penetration really is not cutting it. Let's put a heat shell there. Not quite. And the VK is just sitting there. Okay. So our E100 is going to go down here. And I think it's just a really bad idea for me to sit here when I can help our team kill this Kronwagen. The Kronwagen is pretty much isolated. Our 62A is doing a good job, but we might be able to get a shell into the Kron. We do get a nice spicy shot into that Kron. And now we can get underneath this VK and start shooting him in the side once again. I just didn't want to overcommit towards the town because once you're committed towards the town, it can be very costly to get out. A lot of your HP can get lost trying to get out of the town, and that doesn't always have to be the case. I'm going to pull away from this FV and from this VK. And my goal here is to just get out of here completely and get into the dunes where I can take a view range. I take that back. We need to help our mouse. So in these kind of 3v3 scenarios, it is so important that you are there to help your teammates when they need them. And this mouse, he's taking a lot of the attention. He's taking all of the enemy team's attention, in fact. And what we need to do is take out their tanks. So tanks like this FE215B are going to be my priority here because he is the one that isn't most in the open. However, most unfortunately, we do manage to bait the shot from the FV. Our 62A isn't here to help me just yet. And we just put in a very vital shot for me. And we should be able to out DPM this guy right here. But VK72, okay. Oop, oop. Close one. I think the VK, was that the VK or was that the VK that just fired? I think that VK just fired. I'm going to pray he just fired. No, we had heat loaded. That is so bad. That is so bad. That is so bad. Okay, please hit my gun. 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 Oh, he hit my gun. Okay. All right, we're doing okay here. We're doing okay here. That is where I use my audio, by the way. I know some people say just play muted. I personally can't because I would not have known that VK had fired if I had not heard his gun sound there. And definitely a sweaty game, but definitely show what the Vickers is capable of. You know, the gun manlet may have been nerfed, but in reality, that nerf did absolutely nothing to the tank. I have not noticed a single difference in the gun. Okay. Oh, no. Well, this is not good. Hi, guys. 62A, kill him! Kill him! I got my tank stuck. Oh, my gosh. I got my tank stuck. It's okay. The 62A had him in the end. I did not even notice. I couldn't get out of there. Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Okay, well, 5K. Solid game. GG to the Yag, BB. GG to 62 as well. Oh my gosh, I'm actually laughing. Oh yeah, I'll complete this for you. There you go. They can be happy. Let's do the Vickers again. That was fun. Oh my gosh. My tank was levitating. Oh, fishy! Fishy. Wait. I gotta catch you, fishy. Yes, add moderator. There we go. Okay, that was big brain. That was a massive IQ play right there. I did not even know I was stuck on the 100. I'm like, why is my tank not pushing forward? By the way, everyone, you see Fishy, type something in the chat. You see Blitzfish? He streams comp. Make sure to check out his YouTube channel if you haven't already. He does live competitive streaming, and he plays games between those matches, so you can actually learn a lot from him just from his gameplay besides the comp streaming. Very chill streamer. I mean, in a good way, Fishy could like make you fall asleep with commentary, but in a really good way. He's like the most chill commentator ever. So definitely check out Blitzfish as a YouTube channel. Shocky. Oh, Shock here. Wow, the whole squad's here. Okay, well, excellent. Looks like our whole team's coming this way. Okay, I'm going to be pretty aggressive spotting up here, but I'm not going to overcommit over the bridge because they're going to have a grill and other vehicles probably in spawn. And I am now spotted, so I'm just going to pull back. I just wanted to see who was coming here. It looks like it was 2 medium tanks. What's up? Carrying from Chrono. Hello, dude. I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to drop down a level and, well, yeah, TI2's out of the fight. I think we can push onto this Gorilla. This Gorilla's on A. I have to give this man some credit. He is going for those big brain caps. Girl is just fired. And here is where my shooting. Goodbye, Gorilla 15. It was nice knowing you, fam. Alright, Leopard 1 is probably going to be our next victim here. He has to run away from where he is. So we're going to load up the Hesh shells. Vickers Light Hesh is absolutely killer, and that's probably one of the best things about the tank is you can put those big 440 or so alpha Hesh shells in, and yeah, that's another tank just out of the game. My team is just big braining down here. Ho-Re's nice. Okay, I'll do the Ho-Re. I'll do the Ho-Re soon. I think a lot of people have already requested that. That'll be my next tank. Oh no, TI2. Get debated, and we're just gonna push in over here. So this TI2 is probably a one-shot already. We're just going to give him a little ram. The reason I rammed him there, if anyone's confused, is because he was just outside the alpha I needed to pick up a kill. And by ramming him there, I guaranteed that I would be able to pick up that kill. Now, this 113 is being very aggressive here. He has me on the DPM, and it looks like there's a 268 and an IS-7 coming this way as well. So I'm just going to pull back through to park here, and we're just going to get out of the crossfire that we're in. The reason I decided to pull long there was because, well, the 113 has insane mobility there, and I didn't want to get stuck in a crossfire with the 268 and the IS-7, right? I was initially going to pull left or in towards the park, but I realized that would get me kind of trapped there. Didn't want that to happen. Now, the 113, not paying attention, and I don't think this 268 is paying attention either, so I'm going to load a Hesh shell up, hitting him for 460. IS-7 could be looking. He is not looking right now. He is, in fact, just fired, so we'll just continue pushing in. This is a pretty solid game for the Vickers. I mean, he was just kind of all over the place, to be fair. It was nothing special, but I think we still did 3.7 or so. Hesh has more pen. 3,900. Not bad. Pretty solid game. Enemy team, yeah, they weren't the best. All right, everyone. Here is my oh so very beautiful Ho-Re. If you get a Master Ace Tanker 3 times, it's a $5 boost again. You're on, tanks. You're on. All right, let's do the Ho-Re. Ho-Re should be pretty solid. 1 second. T95. Ho-Re doesn't really bounce shells. No, the Ho-Re is not about the armor profile. I agree, Fishy. It's capable of bouncing, but it's never something you want to rely on the vehicle. It's really built around the gun and I guess the mobility, kind of. It's not really that. It's fast, but I mean, you'll want to angle it and whatever and maximize your armor potential, and maybe against like some stock tier 9s or just tier 9s in general you can get bounces, but most players that load up the heat will easily be able to pen this tank. It's definitely not about the armor. Now, what I'm going to do here on Mayan Ruins is I'm going to go in towards the town, and I'm actually going to be passive. Now, that's the thing with the Ho-Re's, when you're playing it, is generally speaking, I would say it is a pretty passive vehicle. You don't want to just overcommit and YOLO into the enemy team. Interestingly enough, we can see they've sent probably all of their team over towards this side of the map. And as for support, my heavies will come here eventually. I'm going to try and get an early shot in towards the 57 heavy. You can say he's not looking. And the Ho-Re's gun is without a doubt one of the best guns in tier 10. Alpha, DPM, penetration, and I'm going to use this T92 here kind of as a meat shield. I'm sorry, my guy. We're going to put a shot into the IS-7 here. IS-7 hits the T92's gun there, I believe, or tracks, and as this IS-7 actually has a longer reload than me, I should easily be able to start pressuring him here. But he's doing the right thing. He's side scraping out. Now that's a 183. We don't want to poke a 183. We're going to put a shot right to the IS-7 there. And yeah, the Ho-Re has premium AP. And just look at what this premium AP does to an IS-7's armor profile. Not that you need it, but it butters an IS-7. And that's probably one of the most interesting / potentially broken aspects of this vehicle, is the fact that you have so much premium pen on this thing. It just rips apart the vehicles, and besides the penetration on the premium rounds, it has, I believe, 545 alpha on those rounds, so it doesn't make a huge difference in the end. I mean, we were able to easily just full health the IS-7 right there. Mind you, we did get some lucky bounces, but you can see we got penned straight through the mantlet there and straight through the lower plate. As long as it's 183 and Waffler here, I can't really poke here. So I'm just going to hang out for a moment. You can see they have a KPFZ-70 over in the B cap, so I'm going to take advantage of the fact that he's not paying attention to start putting shells into him. And yeah, I mean, this is what the whole re is all about. It's just about farming up damage where possible, and if you have to take some shots, it's okay, but really in most of the time you want to be where I am right now in this kind of scenario where you're just getting those easy side shots onto the enemy team that are really not paying attention very much. And I'm not going to load the HE there, it's too risky, and we're going to put a shot into the TNI2 here, and we're just going to continue holding our position. Now the 183 has now progressed to upwards, and looking at the state of the game, I think what I'm going to do here is assist our E100 and T54E1. Looks like the IS-4 has over-aggressed somewhat up on the mid here, and I want to see if I can start farming him out. Now, I have to watch out for the 183. He could push up towards my left-hand side right through there, and oh yeah, there's the 183. So we're going to pull all the way in. Now, the 183 has just fired his gun, which is great for me. So that means I should be fine to push in and hopefully help our E100 pick up a kill on this IS-4. We're going to put one shot into the IS-4 here, and what I'm going to do now is pull all the way up, and that's just to try and put a shell in towards the 183. The 183 is more dangerous than this IS-4, so we're going to put a kill shot into him, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get the reload to actually pick up a kill on the IS-4 as well. And we are spinning, and it's game over. GG. All right, Ho-Ri. I think that was a pretty solid game for it, to be honest. Definitely showed all the strengths of the vehicle. It's gun. I mean, come on. What did we do to this IS-7? We full healthed an IS-7 so easily there. Mind you, most IS-7s I would not recommend playing that aggressively on a Ho-Ri that's still in its spawn, but it really demonstrated how you load the premium AP on this thing and you don't need to aim at all, really, unless you hit like the thickest area of a vehicle's armor profile. You're going to pen them almost no matter what. I mean, the IS-7's turret was almost completely gray except for his gun mantlet, and that's probably one of the nicest things about a Ho-Ri is if you're in a more intensive brawling scenario, like I was being a little bit more brawly with the IS-7 there, I was able just to load up the premium AP and go through his turret while he was side scraping. I believe it was the second or third shot of that battle against the IS-7, and that is probably one of its strengths. But for the most part, where I farmed about 4,000 or well, about 3,400 or so damage was when the enemy team wasn't looking at me. And that's what you want to do in the Ho-Ri is just be a gorilla that can be a little bit more aggressive due to its armor profile not being completely HE-able. I think that's the best way to describe it is you have the mobility like a Gorilla 15, you have the gun that definitely can compete with a Gorilla 15, but you're still a campy TD. You're still in the 268/Gorilla 15 kind of league of gameplay where you don't want to... I'm just trying to see if I can get that shot in. I did not. I should have tried a snapshot there. Yeah, it's okay. You're still in that league of gameplay where you have to be very precautious of how you position yourself. It's not an E3, right? And heck, I would argue the E4 can even be more aggressive than a Ho-Ri easily. And speaking of the E4, actually, I think I will play that vehicle next because I absolutely love that vehicle. It is such a good tank and very, very much capable of being a budget E100. The only difference between maybe an E4 and E100 is that the tank actually has good standard penetration, which makes a huge difference in performance, I guess, because you don't need to load up heat rounds. And I'm being very aggressive down the mid here, but I think I want to do this. I think this is going to be a good idea. Hopefully we'll be able to put a nice shot in towards this AMX here. Do manage to get a shot into him. Now the Kron is looking my way now, so here's where I start backing up. I don't want to get clipped out by this Kron. I actually want to farm the enemy team while they're on the crossing here. So we're going to put a shot, hopefully, into that AMX 5100. We're going to win the enemy spawn. So I'm going to pop my adrenaline here. And I just want to try and clip out, or not clip out, deal as much damage as possible towards vehicles. That shot ricocheted. Sag. To these guys up here. And, oh, no, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, boy is a little bit overexposed here. Yeah, you remember what I was saying about not getting yourself in a crossfire with your Ho-Ri or being super aggressive with it? I kind of just did that, and I wouldn't say it was a good idea. Okay, so I7, you're gonna be the one that's gonna take all the shots for me, fam. I'm gonna go down for the AMX here. Hori is just fired here, and IS-7 should be able to hold off the Kron for a moment, and unfortunately, I think this is where I'm definitely going to go down. If this Hori starts paying attention towards me, we're going to angle up here. Oh, Hori just fired again. Interesting. I need to watch out for that Kronwagen up there. All right. Yeah, that was not a very ideal situation to put myself in. My team's winning, but I definitely got way too distracted there. We still farmed 3,000 damage. We still farmed 3k there. I mean, that was sloppy gameplay by me. I'm going to be honest. I should never have pushed into the mid there. I got a little distracted. But we made it work in the end. Good job to the i7. All right, so next vehicle, we're going for the E4 because I was just talking about it, and I love this tank. It's probably one of my favorite TDs in the game. I just recently played it on my own account, and Alpha and Blitz, welcome back. And Forever Noob, what's up, dude? Need to get better at reading the comments. Who all is here? Spread the word, he is streaming. Thanks, guys. Alrighty. Alright, so T1 10E4. Solid. 10 out of 8 out of 10 vehicle in my opinion. It's because it really is just a budget heavy tank, which is honestly not that much of a it's actually kind of a compliment considering how good heavy tanks are nowadays compared to a lot of TDs. So what am I going to do here? This is a stupid idea. I'm not going to go towards C. I'm not a heavy tank. Okay, so when it comes to playing the E4, while you do have some heavy tank-ish characteristics, you're not a full-on heavy. You're not going to do well up at the C cap most of the time. So what I'm going to do here is, we have an E50M. They only have a Vickers CR, the Tier 9 Vickers Light, and I think... Great driving. I think what I'm going to do here is just kind of chill out towards B and try and figure out where I can do it with the enemy team. So the reason I decided in the end to not fully commit towards the C side of the hill was because of the amount of TDs the enemy team had. They had a Yag, they had a Hori, they had a 268. My armor would not hold up at all to that. So going up towards the C hill would have been an awful idea. Instead, I can be a lot more useful to my team, I believe, going towards B. And hopefully we'll be able to get a nice crossfire. And let's see, there's an i7 right around the corner, so that is exactly what I was hoping for. We're going to put a shell right into his... Nice RNG! Alright, that shot doesn't quite hit, sadly. Now, this i7's pulling all the way across, and I don't think he has much support, so we're going to put a shot right into his side there. At least that one went in. And I need to watch out for TDs on the mid, but my priority here is to not get crossfired out by the Kron. Now this i7, he's just in all kinds of trouble right now. We're going to put another shot into his tank there. Don't ask how it hit, it just did. I'm just going to accept that fate. And yeah, I mean, this i7's good. He's going to die to the Badger before I can even get a shot into him. So I'm going to ignore the i7 now and start working down vehicles, potentially like this Kron or this ST1. I think what I can do here, look like they have two TDs up top there. The Vickers is out of the fight. This ST1 is really in the open. I'm going to make a gamble here and assume they're going to have no TDs looking at me from this corner of the map. And we're going to focus out this ST1 here. We're going to put a shot right into the rear of his tank there. And I should be relatively safe here. Now, there is a Vickers down behind us, but I'm going to ignore him for now. I think right now what I need to do is just help my team pick up these kills. That's going to definitely be a priority for the team. We're going to load up a high HE shell, and I don't even know if I hit his tank there, but what did happen is I was able to splash the HE right behind his vehicle at least, so that guaranteed the kill. That's why you want to load up HE for those type of scenarios. Now, Kronwagen's being very aggressive up top here, and I'm just going to wait for him to pull forward enough to give me a shot. 268 does manage to put a shell on us, so he was indeed on that hill. I think he had to relocate for that shell though, and the enemy's Kron goes down. And, oh, interesting, there is the Yagi 100. So, do we have shots on this Yag? We're going to try and put a shell into the Yag there, and that's where the E4 is so good. You have an APCR round on this tank, and even if you're shooting through solid cover like I was there, you are perfectly able to just look at a Yag and just butter him, absolutely butter him. Now this Hori probably will pen me here, and these are not very big brain trades. I don't want to be losing any more HP at this moment, But I think we did a solid job for our team. Now, I'm going to wait for this Hori to shoot again, and then we're just going to pull out and pop another shell right into him. So Hori appears to be distracted, and he has just fired. I'm going to load up an APCR. We're going to just load up HE, and the shot doesn't go in. Okay, 268. He's coming somewhere from my left right-hand side, and there he is on my right. So we're just going to try and run away from him as fast as possible. Do manage to evade his shell there. I knew that 268 would come from there, so that's why I was already driving in, because it was only a matter of time before he pulled around that corner. As he was last spotted in the enemy spawn, that's the only way he'd be coming from. And of course, he would want to try and pick up a kill on me. So 268, I believe he is going to be slightly on the left here. He's right behind the building, but he could pop up a little further to the left. Okay, no, he's pulling all the way out. So yeah, pretty solid game. I think it definitely highlighted the capabilities of the E4. It's amazing gun, having that turret as flexible, making it so flexible, and just its side-scraping, angling abilities and everything like that. So, 268, please don't be trying to kill me still, and 660. Not a bad game. Not a bad game. We're going to do another one in the E4. That was about 5,000 or so damage in the end, so I'll happily take that. Epic. Ooh, 379 viewers. Not bad. Okay, wait. Hey, yo, Juicy, my man. Yeah, big brain players in NA for real, dude. How's it going, Juicy? Great to see you. By the way, everyone, shout out to Juicy Tendersteaks. He also streams. Actually, he is a streamer more than a YouTuber. I'm more of a YouTuber with just started streaming on the side. But Juicy does excellent streams. He plays on the EU server. He was in Legion for a while. Definitely recommend checking out his channel if you want to also watch some more great gameplay. All right. So, let's back at it with the T110E4. We are on Middleburg. Enemy team have triple medium tanks. We only have one... actually, no, wait. We have triple medium slash lights. 4 medium slash lights as well. Ahaha, tanks. Yeah, filthy. Yeah, okay, I see ya. I see you stream sniping me, dude. I see how it is. Alright, I'm gonna go uphill. That is just what we do on NA server. Is generally speaking, we go hill. I'm going to try and make it work here with my medium slash lights. You better master. E4 takes like 6.5 to 7k damage to ace on average. I'm pretty sure. It's not the easiest ace in the world, but we'll do our best. We'll do our best. All right. So something interesting has happened this game. Okay, never mind. I'll take that back. Okay, they're just really delayed on their entrance to the hill. I was gonna say the enemy team don't seem to be coming this way, but they did. I assume what happened was the medium tanks pulled down the hill, realized our heavies were going up, and turned around. It happens way too often. So, Leopard 1 over here is being very big brain, and I'm kind of holding the mid. I think what I will eventually want to do here is start helping our team progress with the push. I won't get a shot on the Leopard. My tank doesn't have the gun height to shoot over the hill. So, we're going to start pressuring this 113 here. It's because the entirety of the enemy team is all stuck in this box. So we're going to put a shot into the T-54, and we should be chilling here. Now, we're going to want to keep an eye out for that Leopard 1. He's not pulling all the way down the hill. In fact, he's going to pull right around my left here. And, well, Leopard 1 gets absolutely nuked. Never mind. We don't need to keep an eye on him anymore. He's going to go down pretty quickly. And 62A is still here. I think this 113 should become my business soon. 62A pulled out sideways. Going to pop a nice snapshot into his tank right there. And our team's in a solid spot. And this is just like, we're having that turret is so pleasant on a video, on a tank like this. Because, oh, I'm sorry, E50. I'm sorry. Because you can just work around hills right here. An Object 268 or a gorilla, even a gorilla because of its armor. None of those tanks could work a position like this as well as something like an E4. Poo-poo shot. And I can just keep holding these tanks at bay here. You know, the enemy team, they really can't just push on me because we have a massive crossfire with tanks, of course, right behind me, providing all the cover fire in the world that I need. And the only issue this tank really has is its hatch, and you can see the Hori does big brain on my hatch there. And we ricochet off of the T-62A, sadly. Okay, now it's maybe time for me to reconsider. So, what you just saw was auto-aim completely screwing over my aim. On the 113. Ordinarily, I'd be able to snap shots off on these tanks without an issue, like so. But with the 113 right there, my auto-aim kept tracking onto him, and I could have turned it off because I have it laid out where I can turn it off pretty quickly, but I just wasn't thinking fast enough. It's a little annoying how auto aim will track onto vehicles that are closest to you and not vehicles that your reticle is physically on. If it did it the other way, it'd be so much better. So we're gonna pick up a kill on this IS-8. We're not gonna farm much damage this game, but you know we did a pretty solid job considering it was Middleburg Hill. And we're gonna load up the HE for the Sheridan. Juicer, 900 damage roll, and the 54 hopefully will be able to pick up the kill there. As for me, I want to get one last shot into this Hori, so hopefully he pulls back into me. Looks like the Hori's just YOLOing. Oh no, RPRT 54E1. GG tanks. Yeah, okay, E4, solid tank, what can I say? You're getting flanked? Not too bad, not too bad, don't worry about it. Oh, oh my gosh, he just swerved to the right to avoid that shell. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but Sag. it was a good debate on his part. It was a good debate. So, I'm up at 5 every day. Leave to work at 5:45. Oh, juicy. Yeah, oh, that's right. I always hop up on your very late streams sometimes, and now you're on very late on one of my streams apparently, or very early. I don't know what time it is for you. Good job, tanks. All right, yeah, solid game. Solid game. Black screen? The screen shouldn't be black. You should be able to see the stream. 3,800. Good job, tanks. We're even running identical avatars. Amazing. All right, we're gonna play this tank. Now, I love this vehicle. T95E6. I think, yes, Meek. Mikazo, the E4 is 100% worth the grind. I will make a video on it, but I really like the T110E4. It is just such a reliable tank. It's difficult to say, but I mean, I think it's 100% worth the grind. I unlocked the E4 about 3 or 4 years ago, and I only purchased it last month on my main account, and it was just an absolutely stellar vehicle to use. Really enjoyed it a lot. So I would say go for the T110E4. Okay, so now we are in the T95E6. This is an interesting medium tank. I mean heavy, but in reality it's more of a medium, and oh my gosh. Not very nice, my bro. Not very nice. Okay, that 183 is looking... You know what? We have no mediums in the corner. That is not good for my team. Alright. Oh my gosh, I don't have the gun depression to shoot him here, and he can shoot 100% shoot over into my hatch. All right, E6, ladies and gentlemen, that is the issue. You have a hatch, and I did not realize my profile would be so low. I could not physically shoot the IS-7, so that's slightly problematic. But at the same time, okay, oh, E4 is definitely pressuring up. Battle of the hatches. So the E4 also has a giant hatch, so this shouldn't be the worst 1v1 in the world. Not exactly sure what he's going to do here, but I'm just going to hang out where I am. And yeah, encounter cap was actually probably a really bad idea for an E6 here.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Yeah, we're getting YOLO'd. Okay, this is not good.
We're immobilized. We got him.
I'm going to ignore the Emil for now, and that's just because this E4 is a much more prioritized target for me. Now that the E4 has just fired his gun though, I'm going to try and angle up towards this Emil and start prioritizing him now. So Emil is bound to have no more than 2 shells in his clip right now. And I'm just going to hide from this E4 and try and pick up a kill on this Emil while he's on the reload. And didn't manage to hide there good enough. Okay, that was a really bad scenario for me. I didn't realize we had, well, you know, an I-7 sitting in the back of spawn. I thought I would have 4 team cover there. Wasn't really able to make it work out. And that was just bad placing on my part. Wasn't paying attention where my team was going there. And don't take your E6 to encounter cap. The tank's not tall enough to work it. I did not realize that. So, okay. Could have worked out better. All right, let's run back into another tank. What are you guys requesting right now? Okay, gotta go change leave to work. See ya, Juicy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it, dude. Dirty Clubber and play the Vickers. Be a Dirty Clubber and play the Vickers CR. I could do that. I have not played the Vickers CR since I ground the Vickers Light. All of those many, many years ago. months ago, I guess. So yeah, you know, let's go hop into a Vickers then, shall we? I have not played this tank in a fair few months though, so we'll see how it is. I know it recently just got nerfed. And I wonder if it's still OP, because I remember when I first played this tank, it was just like crazy good. It beat every single medium tank in tier 9 and every other light tank in tier 9, pretty much in terms of just like outright power. It was better than all of those vehicles, without a doubt. And ya boy is slowly running out of credits, so it's gonna be hard for me to equip. This is going to be the most stupid thing you're ever going to see, but so be it. 100,000 gold for 40 million credits. I'm sorry you just had to witness probably the worst trade. I mean, I would never recommend buying credits with gold. But I'm too lazy to sell. I don't want to sell any vehicles right now. And, you know, I guess I could get more gold on this account if I need to. All right, don't ever do that on your live account. It's so much better to just play your premium tanks, but I don't have time to sit here grinding premiums when I'm equipping so many vehicles. So Vickers CR, guys, this is a really solid vehicle in tier 9, and by really solid I mean it's probably one of the best tier 9 medium light tanks you can get in the game right now. I think it still is, even though it got a nerf. I know it's getting nerfed again in 7.7 if I remember correctly, and yeah, it just has such a good gun, mobility, camouflage, armor profile. Is hard to beat. It really is hard to beat. So I'm just going to spot up this crossing at the start. You can see we've spotted no one as of yet. There is the T-57, and 57 seems to be somewhat isolated, and they have double TDs. Now, here's where I make a controversial play. Our T-54 is big braining, and he spotted up most of their team. Their TDs are not here. Their TDs went up. I can almost guarantee that their TDs have gone towards the top of the map. They are not physically here at all. So I'm going to push with this Chieftain Mark 6. Now this Chieftain Mark 6 is going to do a great job of providing the cover fire I'll need here. We get to put a shot into the Sheridan. Oh man, I am so happy I did not overcommit there. So I'm going to hold up the mid here the best I can. Oh no, Chieftain's kind of blocking me. Spicy. Oh, I bounced off his load plate. And that's a grill. That's a 183. 183 has just fired his gun, so here's where I start pressuring this 183. Now, I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to push down low. Hopefully, Chieftain can kind of get off my side here, and we'll start pressuring this Gorilla 15, because I can start ripping them apart with hash rounds very, very, very easily, especially from the position where I'm at. Do have a little bit of lag here, but nothing I can't deal with. And you can see our poor Chieftain Mark 6, he made the wrong push there, and that's exactly why I didn't push left. I pushed right. That decision was because their whole team's around that corner, right? If I make one little mistake, that means vehicles are just going to crossfire me out, and you never want to get yourself in a crossfire in any vehicle, really. They're going to put a head shell into this standard B, and you can see, like, the Vickers Light, you just exist to farm up damage. It is so good at farming up damage. It's what this tank was meant for. So we're going to put a shot into him as well. And we're just holding this angle, and we're just farming up the enemy team who are not anticipating it. So we're going to try and put a shot into this 183, take his tracks off. E5 picks up a much needed kill shot there. Gorilla has just fired his gun there, so I should have him on reel to be able to pick up the kill very easily. He gets taken out there. That's excellent for the team. And I think our team just needs to continue pushing forward here. E50M, he activated engine boost. That means he's isolated. He does not have much team support here. So, yeah, okay, I overestimated it. I overestimated that situation, actually. I did not think the E50M would run away if the Conqueror was with him. So that's why I decided to push up there. All right, E50M's kind of flanking here. We're going to put another shot into the Conqueror. I don't really care if I take a shell here. I should be able to out-reload the Conqueror. And with the help of the E5... easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and that just leaves this E50M left for us. We're going to pop a head shell into his side for 400 there, and yeah, pretty solid game for the Vickers. So I made a bit of a mistake here, was playing a little aggressive at times, but we still did close to 5,000 damage that game, and it wasn't even hard. Oh, hey, Glory. Glad you joined the club. What's up, CJ? Not bad. Okay, so Mastery first. Almost an ace. I think if I had gotten a couple more shots here and there or a couple more kills, we would have... If I got kills, I definitely would have got the ace there. Hey, we still won that game. Okay, exactly. Vickers Light. I'm not sure if I'd recommend doing what I did there. I was very aggressive with the heavies and pushing in there and putting myself in a pretty aggressive scenario when you could have just flanked. And to be fair, I would recommend most other players in that scenario not have pushed in like I did. The only reason I play aggressive is because I know exactly what I want to do while playing aggressive. Okay, please, my guy. People spamming the chat. Please, just chill. You can post it once or whatever, and if it's really important, I'll probably see it. Okay, so we're on Rockfield, playing the Vickers CR once again, and solid map. It's a tier 10 match. I'm just going to push left here. Now you can see we have some TDs go up towards the right, and as our 1-2-1 will spot the crossing, I'm going to do the opposite and kind of spot up this mid. Now, here's a 62A. We're going to put a shell into him, and oh, it's the infamous TT man. One of the players on NA that has one of the highest battle counts. So yeah, 62A gets spotted up here. We can see the gorilla is on our left, and I don't think I'll have shots. Okay, IS-4 goes left. Interesting. And E100 goes right. Now, okay, I want to farm up these tanks on the right, and you can see this gun handling is absolutely just a smasher. It's killer. It's smasher gun handling, because the smasher just never misses. That's just how the smasher is. I'm gonna put a shot into the mill there. I want to make sure I'm not exposed to any of their heavy tanks they have up here potentially, but I can definitely start farming out their enemy team. And you know what? These two heavy tanks are pretty isolated. They have their whole team over here, and they're pushing pretty aggressively. And we have a gorilla and an E5 up top. And I think what I can really do in this scenario is pushing behind these tanks, distract them, and absolutely just start farming them out. So Kron, the ML2 is now probably going to start turning his attention towards me as well as the E100. And oh my gosh, we take 400 there from the Gorilla 15. I had no idea he even had a shot on me, but I can start putting retaliatory shots back in towards the Gorilla there. And it's actually good for me because I can now start farming out this Gorilla 15. So I think definitely pushing in behind the enemy team here was the right idea. I was able to make the Emil panic and push out into the open. And I definitely need to help my team pick up a kill on this E100 though, because you can see the E100 is giving them some issues. And we're about to lose our Gorilla 15 unfortunately. So we're going to put a kill shot in towards the E100 here. And I'm just going to push up. And oh, I really did not want to take that shot. I really did not want to take that shot there, unfortunately. But we did manage to pick up a kill there. And, well, the enemy team, they're dead. The enemy team's just dead. I mean, what else can I do? A few sloppy shots here and there, but, you know, for the most part, pretty solid. Pretty solid Vickers CR gameplay. I think definitely pushing behind the heavies was the right play, and I just did not anticipate the Gorilla 15 having shots on me there. That was sloppy situational awareness. And let's put one more shot. Shooting. 10 out of 10 shooting, ladies and gentlemen. IS-4, Pog. Okay. 2,400 damage, a little bit lower than what I would usually do in the Vickers, so let's just do one more game. I'm going to try and ace it if possible. What other tanks are you guys interested in seeing me play after the Vickers CR? Because there's a lot of tanks. I can drop to tier 8 if you want. We can keep going tier 10, tier 9. HRF hacking so he can beat TT Man. Yes, indeed, I am hacking. 121B. You know what? Communist propaganda music. I did see you ask for the 121B at least twice earlier, so I'm going to oblige and show you the 121B after this game. But my throat's getting sore. Oh, hi, Yarrow. Alright, so gonna push towards the caves here. We are alas top tier, and here's where the Vickers CR just becomes one of the best tanks in the game when it's top tier, because it just bullies tier 8s. Now, enemy team, they have an AMX-30 prototype, TI-2, Batchat, and then a mill and some tanks like that. So, we need to keep an eye on that, and also we need to keep an eye on what our team is doing, because it looks like we have some teammates actually heading in towards the town. As for me, I'm just pulling into this bush to get an early spot up. Now, I'm pretty sure this AMX-30B 30 prototype is actually from the stream. I feel like I've seen him a few times tonight. Plus, the clan is infamous for commenting under my videos. So, alright. I'm going to hold here for now. I'm not going to overcommit. I don't know where the enemy team really is. And until I know where more of their forces have really committed, I'm not going to just really commit to a location myself. We're going to push shot to the TI-2 here. Alright, we can see they have medium, heavy tanks going through town. Very interesting indeed, and that means the team on the enemy side is pretty much alone. I think it's just these 3 tanks over here. So what I want to do is help our team, or at least encourage our team to start pushing in on towards tanks like this 30 prototype here. We're going to wait till the 30 prototype shoots. And if he doesn't shoot, we're just going to put shot through his tracks there. And, I mean, Vickers is probably better than the 30 prototype in pretty much every way. You have higher alpha. I think you have higher DPM. Your armor is pretty similar, and you have like the same, if not better, mobility. So rounds on this thing, and yeah, I mean, there's not really much. I mean, okay, bad chat. Looks like he's trying to drive like me. I'm not the best driver sometimes. All right. AMX-30 prototype is now very much isolated, so it's time for us to start pressuring his vehicle while he's stuck in the caves here. We're going to put Bad Chat is making a break for it right below us, and you can see the TI. So I'm not going to just poke out in front of him. He has just fired, however, so we're going to put a shell right into his tank there. Tortoise is in town. Looks like the heavy tanks are just YOLOing in the mid. So what I can do here is just pick up an easy kill in the TI-2, and then if I want to get damage this game, the best play for me is probably to flank that Tortoise, because he has 1,800 hit points, and I would absolutely love to farm up those hit points, especially since our team's definitely winning this. I mean, the heavy tanks are just 2 shots at this point. Buffer, is the stream buffering? Oh no, I can see the quality has gone downhill. I am so sorry. My Fatness Wi-Fi is hardcore kicking in. Sorry guys. Generally speaking, it can get better, but it's definitely a little bit bad right now. We're gonna track the Tortoise right here. Fun fact, the Tortoise's fuel tanks are right behind its drive wheels, so if you can permatrack a Tortoise, go for it, because you'll always hit the drive wheels, right, the fuel tanks right there. Those little areas in front of its drive wheel. I don't know why Wargaming made that the fuel tanks, but it is what it is. So there you go. Pretty solid game. Is it still freezing, guys? Is it clear? The preview looks clean, so I think we're good. Is the stream lagging, guys? I'm sorry. No, it's good now? It's good now? Okay, good. Okay. Sorry about that. Sometimes I will get the occasional ping spike that, or, you know, this buffer here and there, but I'm very happy. 2 days ago, I thought there was 0 chance of me streaming even in 480p. So the fact that I can still provide a fairly decent quality stream for you guys makes me very, very happy. Okay, what tank was I gonna play next? 121B. That's right. 121B. This glorious creation. Good afternoon, HRF, a fan from the Philippines. Hey, shout out to the Philippines. Thank you so much for watching the stream, dude. What device am I using? I am using an iPad Pro 11-inch. It definitely works really well. The reason I enjoy it so much is it's one of the few devices that you can actually run Blitz with 120 frames, which is really nice. Okay, yeah, spamming 50B. Yeah, all right, my little dude. We're gonna have to put you in timeout for just a little bit. I will play the 50B later, but there's no need to spam. No need to spam. Okay, so 121B. This is a interesting tank. I've actually only played 2 games in this tank, I think, thus far. 2 or 3 games so far, but it's pretty solid. I would say it's in the kind of Object 140 class of vehicles where, you know, it's good and everything, but it's not like the most special tank in tier 10 right now. As for me, I'm going to go up towards the Castilla Hill. What you saw me just do right now is the lazy route. Don't take the route I took. Go through the river. I was just being lazy. It's safer to go through the river because fast lights will spot you if you're going across the bridge. You can see our 62A actually got spotted there. Now, what I'm going to do here is really important. I'm going to spot up any TDs they have on the TD hill. Obviously, they don't have TDs up here, and I have a feeling they're sending 7 tanks down low, but now we know they don't have tank destroyers there, and that's really valuable information for my team because it means we can work up top now in a much more secure kind of way because they don't have those tank destroyers that will cause issues. Now, there's a 422 just kind of looking down this corner, and I'm going to see if I can try and put a shot into him at all. We're going to get a shell into the 422. Unfortunately, we don't quite pen him there, but he now has a 263 behind him, so he has much bigger issues, and he's not going to be able to just sit there and focus on me. So what I'm going to do here is start pressuring up towards this Yag Tiger / 422s and find them from up top because the entirety of the enemy team is stuck below us. So let's load a heat shell. Shot does go in, thankfully. 263 lost a lot of hit points there, unfortunately for him. And Jagdtiger is looking, he has just fired his gun, so we're going to load up another heat shell. And yeah, I mean, this is a solid tank. I wouldn't say there's any reason to play over something. Yeah, nasty shot. Okay, here's where I start backing up. You can see the 121B's trying to shoot me from the other side. I wouldn't say I would have any reason to really play this over something. Nasty shooting. Over like an M48 Patton, or maybe an M60. I think the M60 is pretty much better in every way, but it's still a solid tank, you know. So if you're gonna get it, you know, go ahead and go for it. So yeah, we're just gonna farm Castilla Hill. I mean, this was kind of a quick game. The entirety of the enemy team got stuck down low. But didn't really farm much, sadly. Was hoping I'd be able to farm some damage this game, but doesn't appear to be the case. And we're gonna put a huge shell into that dude. And that is going to be the game over for us. Our team absolutely dominated the enemy team. We're going to put another shot into the Jagdtiger, get a nice Maxwell's crew skill there. Then we're just going to pop up around the Jagdtiger. And we're just going to hold behind the Jagdtiger, continue farming him. But I hope you're streaming tomorrow so I can watch. Alpha, thank you so much for dropping by once more. Really appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna run the 1-2-1 again. That wasn't really the best game. It was kind of sloppy, I would say. So let's try that one more time. Hopefully we get a more spicy game for you guys. That was just one of those weird Castilla situations where both teams went 100% A and they're just sitting out in there and fighting each other. But it worked out in the end. Lorraine, please do Fosh 155. All right, after, you know what? We gave the 1-2-1B his chance. I think it's time we go mess up some people in this French beast right here. And now that I have 40 million credits because I just wasted 100,000 gold on that, I can equip it. Oh, yeah. This looks like a nice camouflage for it. Why not? Sure. Beautiful. Gonna load up this. Gonna do, yes, double speed, double food speed, and we're going to run 4 HE, 10, and 16. And we're going to run with, we're gonna run vents. I think vents will work fine with the Foch. Definitely traverse, because the Foch has one of the worst traverse speeds in the game. And yeah, okay, now we can have some solid Foch game for you guys. T57 heavy, please. T57 heavy, please. Oh man, I'm so happy I got some mods on the stream tonight, man. If I was trying to do this by myself, moderating the chat would not be easy. We're still waiting for your toe reveal. Oh, hey, Emmy. Ah, Droodles. Shut up. Well, shut up, bro. Okay, you can tell I'm getting a little tired. Shout out to Droodles for showing up. That's what I was trying to say, and then I said shut up. Someone's gonna clip that 100%, me saying shut up to Droodles. Sorry, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Foch 155 has no gun depression. It's very much mobile, has a pretty interesting clip. In reality, it's not a gun depression vehicle. Now, oh, is that Ozra? I don't know if it's the real Ozra. Okay, I'm not going to commit to this fight here. They have a lot of tanks over here, and I'm not exactly sure if I want to take this kind of engagement, because the Foch really is about surprising the enemy team and getting clips in where they're not really expecting you. But when it comes to facing something like a Hori frontally, it's definitely not suited to that kind of fighting. Now, hopefully our mouse here can be a little bit more aggressive so we can support our team better. And we actually take a blind shot from the FV, and the bat chat gets spotted up on our right. So we're going to try and put a shot into the bat chat. Ugh, nasty shot by my part. So one thing about the Foch, no, 10% battery, only time for a couple more games then, Sag. One of the issues with a vehicle like the Foch is you have such bad gun arc that it makes it hard to lead shots, because you have to constantly traverse your hull to even keep your reticle going, and that just maximizes your dispersion, which is not a lot of fun. But, you know, if you do manage to aim in your shots, then the tank can be quite good. So we're just going to sit back here. And yeah, I am kind of sniping, but that was just because the situation I was in, sniping really was the best scenario. Now we're going to load up a heat shell for this whole Gosh, bad shooting on my part. No, it's lagging again. I'm so sorry, guys. My iPad's almost dead. We're going to have to start calling quits soon here. And one shot into the ice. Fosh gun. Fosh gun. Okay, we're just gonna let the heat at this point. And he puts a shot through me. Okay, I am not doing so well this game. I've missed quite a few shots here, and I've lost quite a lot of HP. It's just not an ideal scenario for a Fosh, I would say, if I'm honest with you. Now, here is the WZ. We're going to put a shot right through his drive wheel there. We do take a shot from the bat chat, unfortunately, but we should be able to pick up a kill onto this WZ before he pulls around the corner. Not quite. He was able to just escape us in there, and I'm going to continue backing up. Now, this WZ might think I'm on a reload here, which is fine by me. Oh my god, take a shot there. And we're going to continue backing up, back up. And I just need to get out of the crossfire that I was stuck in. So now I'm no longer in a crossfire, and tanks like this 183 will be able to provide all the cover fire I'll need. So if I get YOLO'd by something like this Yag, who is probably going to YOLO soon, just going to wait for him to shoot here. He has just fired. Then the 183 can do what he just did and nuke the Yag, and yeah, I'm blaming my shooting for that one. I honestly do not think it was really the gun's fault. That was just sloppy shooting there. Fosh, though, it does, I will admit, it does have probably one of the least pleasant guns. Its alpha to accuracy ratio just really isn't there. Oh my gosh, that is not what I wanted to do. And yeah, we're just gonna sit out here. Okay, we're gonna play one more game in the Fosh before my iPad dies, because this is such an uncomfortable battle. It is seriously uncomfortable. I'm just gonna read chat because I'm stuck here. I can't move from anywhere. Oh no. Oh no, you don't, I7. I don't know if they both just fired. I think they did both fire. Okay, we gotta clip out this I7. That's gotta be my last mission of this battle. Alright, let's go for the clip. One more shot. There we go. Stream is lagging. I'm sorry, ladies. Oh no! I'm a bot! I'm a bot! I am really surprised that bounced. I must have just hit the space. No, that's whatever. We won. Alright, we're gonna do one more game in the Fosh. No, we can't leave it on that. That was abysmal. And I am not going to leave it on that game. I mean, we still did 3K, but like, pen to shot to pen ratio was, yeah, no, not the best. F in the chat. We'll try that again, because the Fosh can be so fun if you put it in the right scenario, but if I'm honest with you, Normandy as a map is just not a map very friendly to the Fosh, especially in kind of like that scenario. It just doesn't really do very well there. It's really about just bullying the vehicles that are in the open that you can easily bully. So we'll just wait. Hopefully we can get one more game in. We're at 7% battery, so still have enough to cut one more game, I think. Is Droodle still here? Where'd he go? Where'd you go, Droodles? I saw you appear right before the game started. F in the chat. We have lost Droodles. Could someone put up a missing poster? Because we have lost Droodles in the comment section. Okay. Wow. Double mouse on our team, mouse on the enemy team. This game has a lot more potential, and I'm going to take advantage of the fact right away that we have a far superior heavy tank team, and I want our team to go A and C this game, because we have double mice. We have an IS-4, we have a Foch, a 268. What the enemy team have is better mobile tanks, an E5, a 62A, a Vickers, an IS-7. All of these vehicles are much more mobile than pretty much our entire team collectively. So I'm not going to take a D fight personally. I think it's a bad idea when it's more likely we're going to get A cap for free. So I'm going to push up towards A here. And as you can see, the enemy team, they haven't even started capping B yet. And that's how you know they're committing a lot of tanks towards D, is if they haven't even started the process of capping the B cap. And I should be able to reset this mouse pretty easily from the area where I'm at to get one shot into his tracks. Very nice. And if we load up a heat shell, this should be able to pretty easily pen, I think, and we're just going to have to, I'm going to wait till this E5 pulls forward, or mouse is going to give me another heat shot into him, and this is exactly what I wanted, and this is why I pushed straight down towards A, because I knew they would probably have tanks on B, but I also knew it's very unlikely they're going to be sending tanks over here towards the C side of the map, so it's going to work quite well. We're going to put another heat shot into the mouse, and you know, we're just casually farming up this mouse. We have way better camouflage than him. It's just a much better scenario for the Foch. Get another shot into him. So here's where my RNG's at. All of last game, everything misses, and then, you know, this game, everything just starts hitting. So, excellent. There's the mouse. Mouse gets taken down. Good work to our team there. We were able to quickly pick up the mouse, and most importantly, we stopped them from even getting a cap. So they don't have any cap advantage over us, and we have a kill advantage, and oh dear, unlucky. We might take a shot from the 268 here. I'm not really too concerned about it. I just kind of want to shoot him back at this point. And we do get a nice shot there. And we've already dealt 2,600 damage, so not too bad. And looks like I should be able to start progressing forward on... Oh, no. That's a 183. That's a 183. That's the last tank I want to be poking right now. I don't think I'm spotted, though. Oh my gosh, the 268 bumped me, so my shot missed. We know where the 183 is, though. He's right there, so we're going to put a blind shot into him. I think that's going to hit. And you can see I got an indicator showing me that that shot hit. The crew skill indicator, the little, the targeting one, told me that that shell there did, in fact, hit the 183. 183 has just fired, and the enemy team are pushing rather aggressively over on towards the C-cap here. And this E5 is practically dead. He's not quite. And there's the 268. We're going to load up a heat shell for him. I'm in a really bad scenario. To be honest, I should not have pushed out from where I was. I was much safer up at the A cap. Pushing over was just a really bad idea. I will get safe from the 183, but really, with the crossfire they have there, with the 183, it's a bad idea for me to really commit to anything over here. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like our mouse is the most capable player in the game, as he has just lost 1,800 hit points. Nah, 5% battery. All right, that was some pretty sloppy playing on my part. Nah, there's nothing we can do about this. They have way too many hit points. There was an F in the chat. Pushing out of A was my mistake that game. If I just sat in A, we would have been fine. Oh my gosh, I should not have even gone for that shot. Sag, I wanted a better game for the Foch, but we're going to run out of battery before that can happen here. Plus, I'm getting kind of tired. My aiming has just gone to poop. Ram! Ugh. At least we went out. We went down in style. We went down in style, at least. Don't blame the Foch for that. My aim is just going kind of awful. I mean, I've been playing for the last... How many hours have I been playing? Two and a half hours straight while trying to do commentary. So I am getting just a little bit tired, but solid first stream, I would say. Yeah, thank you everyone so much for showing up today's stream. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call quits soon because my iPad's about to die and I'm unable to charge it while streaming at the same time. But what I would like for you guys to do, everyone who's watching this right now, is when this stream pops up as a video later, when it finishes processing, is uploaded, please leave a comment in the comment section of what type of streams you would like to see in the future, because I want to try and do streams roughly every Thursday or so. You know, every Thursday get a stream out, because I was posting Thursdays and Mondays, but it takes a long time for me to make videos. So if I can stream on Thursdays, that would be great. And I can start doing themed streams. So, you know, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to maybe do a Sylvate medium stream, T22, 62A140, comparing all three tanks, playing them. And there's just a lot of variety, a lot of stuff that I can do that will still help people improve at the game, because inevitably, or in the end, that is what my channel is going to be all about, is just trying to put out content that people can learn from. And I hope something from this stream, you may have learned something about the game or some interesting position or something along those lines. So thank you so much everyone for watching today's stream and showing up. I really appreciate all of the support. We definitely absolutely nailed it today, and most unfortunately I'm going to have to call it quits here, but I'll hopefully be back next Thursday for another stream where we will have a lot of fun and some solid video ideas. So thank you everyone. Have a wonderful night. And once again, yeah, we gotta end it in style. Okay. You guys are awesome.